All right, welcome to Punch the Air episode 1. It's been a long journey. If you used to watch the old podcast, those are way back in the blinds now. We're starting this new one. If you've followed us and saw our shorts and found your home here, come join us. None of us are any experts by means. I would say we're all kind of casuals. Well, you're a lawyer. So
we're ball knowers. We're casual
You got some mental
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
tools.
you know ball or not. True ball knowers.
He's got,
no way
he's got
more than
arguing
lawyers.
tactics.
He's got
Yeah.
arguing tactics.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you know ball.
Yeah.
Hey, if you've been with us from day one and you're here now, thank you.
God bless
You are a saint. You're a true airhead.
You're an airhead, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to grow the airheads. So if you like this kind of shit, just tune along, have fun with us. This is going to be the first episode. We're going to do one every week. So, you ready to hop into it?
Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to go over every team's grade for this season, starting with the NFC East, and I got Philly. I'm giving them a B-. The offense obviously looked like absolute shit at times this year. Jalen Hurts looked like shit, but Jalen Hurts still had 33 total touchdowns and 6 picks and over 4,000 scrimmage yards. I feel like that's a season that most quarterbacks would probably be pretty damn happy with. The defense was top 3 in scoring. Jahad Campbell, Cooper DeJean, Jordan Davis, all those guys played really good, especially late in the season. It just comes down to Jalen Hurts and whatever funk they ran into a few years ago. Looks like they ran into it again, the A.J. Brown drama. But
They just need good play calling.
they need good play calling. They're not in the A, obviously, even though they did win 11 games. This team, we expected to be the alpha of the NFC this season. They've been far from that. They're kind of an afterthought now. I don't know anybody picking them. C felt a little too harsh. B-. I feel like it's a good range considering the defense playing badass. Hurts at times in the offense clicking, but overall, it's I would say it's down for what we were expecting from Philly.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd give them a B- too. They won their division, but in a pretty dysfunctional way.
Yeah.
And the division really was not good this year. So.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think B- is a fine grade. I mean, like I said, I think that's probably about the floor you can go for a team that won 11 games and is hosting a home playoff game as a 4.5 point favorite against a good San Francisco team. Yeah, the offense wasn't great, and so I think given the expectations coming in at the beginning of the year, coming off the Super Bowl, I think that's a fair grade. I think that's. I'd probably go B just because you still won 11 games. You're still favored to at least get to the divisional round. And the other thing is, no one is going to be shocked by any means if Philly winds up in the conference championship game and is a favorite or short dog to Seattle or the Rams or any of those teams. So this grade could change a lot in the next couple weeks. But I think right now that's more than fair.
Yeah.
That's why we grade in the season, not the playoffs, baby.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
All right, the Dallas Cowboys, I gave them a C. And so this is the Cowboys didn't have very high expectations going into the season. It was Schottenheimer's first year. They were pretty garbage last year. Just a lot of question marks all over the team. Micah getting traded right at the start of the year. Like, you could ask any Cowboy fan, we were going to say we're probably going to get 8 or 9 wins. The hopeful ones would have said 10. So I think getting 8 wins is worth a C at least. The offense probably deserves
7 wins.
7 wins?
Yeah, 7.
Oh, my bad. So getting 7 wins, I mean, that's not far off from what we expected. They get a C in my book. The offense gets like a B+. They were pretty exciting to watch this year. George Pickens had a breakout year. Tyler Booker had a great year. Honestly, the whole interior of the offensive line played really well. Javonte Williams had a breakout year, and Dak looked like he really took the next step up into being like an elite quarterback, which I think is great, but they were still pretty inconsistent at times. And then you like, especially winning games, but it's hard to do that when you have the Dallas Cowboys defense they had this year. They were just god-awful, and they just kept putting Kenneth Murray out there every single drive, and it was really hard to watch. But I think they should have an exciting offseason. There should be a lot going on. They have 2 first-round picks. Maybe they'll re-sign Clowney, who was probably their best defender. They also got, Ezra Raku was an exciting rookie. Overshown played a good bit better, and then Quinnen Williams was a good ad, but it was a really weird season. They had the Marshawn Kneeland death as well, and Schottenheimer took that thing in stride, and I think he handled that perfectly. But, yeah, I'd give them a C just for not making the playoffs.
Yeah, I think C is perfectly appropriate. Their over-under in Vegas was 7.5. They had a lot of injuries. I mean, yeah, R.I.P. Nealon. They had that going on in the season. I mean, Kenneth Murray's probably the worst. Maybe it's not linebacker player in football
Player in the league.
And they had Jack
horrible.
Sanborn before him run around with his head cut off.
Yeah,
So I mean,
they have some blackmail on Eberflus or something because
Yeah.
he was getting too many snaps.
yeah, offense great. I mean, that defense is South Lake Carroll could give him a run for
Yeah,
the money. So
they're like the Bengals, man. Yeah, they're just nothing on defense.
yeah.
I mean, the defense was historically bad. The offense was super fun to watch, which was great, and it was exciting in a lot of games. You beat the Eagles in that awesome comeback win. You beat the Chiefs on Thanksgiving. That's fantastic. It doesn't remove the fact that you lost to the Vikings and you lost to a bunch of other crap
The
teams
Panthers,
this year.
the Cardinals.
And honestly, frankly, like I'm kind of have you noticed like all year in the media, people are like, man, Schottenheimer's just doing a great job with this team. I'm really kind of impressed with how Schottenheimer's been coaching this team. It's gotten kind of stale and annoying to me, at least.
It
It's like,
did. I think it's because they know that he's only running the offense. But yeah, and
you're the
because
head coach.
no, but
the head coach, you're still responsible for the whole team.
I think people are mainly saying that because the Marshawn Nealon situation and the way that the team kind of came together and won like 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
With dude, also that defense was so bad. Like the offense kept up a little bit to start the year, but they just couldn't. It was so bad.
I think Shotty did a good job. I mean, the death on the team like that, that's a really like intense thing, and it's first year for rookie head coach, and the offense was good for most of the year. I know they stalled late, but I mean that defense, like that. I mean, Matt Eberflus was now fired. He's probably going to coach for like Kennesaw State. I mean, he was terrible.
Yeah,
but the culture, the vibes seem good all year.
Yeah, like
the last month,
especially when he cut Trayvon Diggs, like that seemed like a real culture move because Diggs just wasn't doing what everyone else on the team was doing and showing up late to stuff.
Diggs.
Yeah, and we saved money on it. Yeah, thank God.
As a Cowboy fan, I will say I feel more confident with Schottenheimer than our last 3-4 coaches maybe.
Yeah, would you rather have Schottenheimer?
You feel more confident with Schottenheimer than you do Mike?
Oh yeah,
I like him more. I think he has more upside than Mike.
I don't know.
But that's a combo for another day.
Yeah,
but.
I don't know about that. All right, let's get to the commies. Commies, I'm giving them a D. And the only reason I'm not going F is because Jaden Daniels got hurt. This Dan Quinn experiment, year 2, he's supposed to be a defensive savant. The defense was horrible this year. They traded Brian Robinson at the beginning of the season thinking that Bill was going to be this stud back.
What a bad
They had
move.
one of the worst running games in the NFL all year. They had the Terry McLaurin crap going on where he barely played. The defense, again, was horrible. And the only reason this isn't a complete F, because coming into the year, I mean, the commies were considered like a perennial top 5 team, like the trendy Super Bowl
Kingsbury
pick.
was supposed to be the next hot coach. Now he's out. He's out of town.
Too.
Yeah.
Like there's been so much that has gone wrong and derailed such positive momentum from the year before that it's pretty hard to get over a D. And like I said, only reason I'm not going F is just because Daniels got hurt, and that's out of the team's control, give or take.
It's so crazy too, because last year they were in the NFC Championship. And if you look at them today, you're like, all right, they pick like 6th in the draft. They're so bad.
And they're
who do you even take?
And there's not a lot of optimism going into next year. The defense is horrible. You have no running back.
You got rid of a lot of your money.
Terry McLaurin's a year older, and we know Jaden Daniels is super injury prone at this point. So
but
it's been a pretty bad year for them.
I think
Debo
Jaden
looked
still.
good though.
Debo looked great.
If you got Debo in the 7th on your fantasy
You know
drafts,
what?
you were probably pleasantly surprised.
That's true. He's been about the only
Like I did.
shining spot on their team.
No, yeah, it was bad all around.
But do you agree? Like, I don't think you can go F though.
No, just
Nah.
no,
Because of the
They weren't the Raiders or the
if
Jets.
If Jaden played and just shit his pants and looked like ass, it would definitely be an F. But like injuries happen, suck it up. I mean, it is what it is. It's the NFL.
But I mean, like
loud,
other than the Chiefs probably and the Ravens, I guess, is there a team that went from like that high of a pedestal going into the year as like, this is going to be one of the, 2, 3, 4 teams in the NFC that's not only going to be competing this year, but for years to come.
I would
to have
say
that significant of a drop off and disappointing.
Last one would be like Russ on the Broncos, maybe.
Yeah, but that was year 1.
Yeah.
Like you expected it, but you hadn't seen it before. This we saw. Like we saw how awesome he was.
Well, it was also
and
pretty.
Then it just nosedived.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he got screwed
it was
by
kind of
injuries.
easy to. I called it too, like fool's gold last season. Like that team was not supposed to be in the NFC Championship last year.
He carried
We
them.
didn't think they'd be this bad though. I mean, I think next year, assuming they're healthy, they're going to be a team that's back in like the wild card hunt at least. So
Like an 8-9.
yeah, and you're going to have Jaden.
Yeah,
if you have Jaden healthy, you're going to compete in games. So
Yeah.
but
You can't have much more of a disaster year
No.
for a team like that coming for this season. It's pretty bad.
But yeah, to wrap up the NFC East, We got the Giants 4-13. Y'all might disagree with my grade here. I think it's going to be a little higher than the majority have. I have them at a C-. And my only reason really is Jackson Dart. I think Jackson Dart showed legit franchise quarterback capabilities. He's got a rocket arm. He's super athletic. I didn't know he had the wheels and the mobility like this. When he was coming out of college, he's super fun to watch. And somehow New York, as the 4th seed in the East, drew the hardest schedule in the league this year statistically. How'd they get that screwed?
I don't know how
with
that's possible.
I mean, if they had a Patriot schedule, they might have won 6-7 games, and all of a sudden we're like, okay, the Giants might be a sneaky team for next year once they get Malik back, once they get Cam Scatterboo. But I mean, Jackson Dart, like I said, he was playing with a pack of Marlboro Lights. The O-line was okay; it wasn't very good. Brian Burns was really their only star on defense. Shout out Brian
Carter had a bad year.
You had a lot of weird stuff with Abdul Carter all year.
Carter, it was up and down.
It is weird.
He had 3.5 sacks in his last 5 games, so you would hope he could roll that over into next season. But Brian Burns is one of the best defenders in the league. Their secondary is terrible. For me and the Giants, they got Dart. They're going to get Malik Neighbors back. Malik getting hurt probably benefited Wandale. I think Wandale, confidently, you could say, is a good 2 to have with Malik Neighbors, and you get Scatterboo back. I think the offense should be better next year with whatever coach they go hire. But Joe Schoen, their manager, man, that guy, he's got one more year left to prove it. His first 2 years, he drafts Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau, and Kayvon Thibodeau was terrible this year. 2 top 7 picks. The next year, he drafts Deontay Banks in the first round, who was a healthy scratch for him later this year.
Why is that guy still there?
I mean, and that's the problem with this team.
He wanted to draft Rome Odunze over Neighbors.
That's the problem with this team is they can't even hit on first-round picks. And if you go look at their last 4 drafts with Schoen at the helm, they're not even hitting on 2nd, 3rd, 4th-round picks to even get role guys to fill out this roster. Yes, he got Dart, Neighbors, and now Scat, who was a good pick in the 4th. But overall, I mean, this roster just needs a lot of help. The D-line had some promise. There's a lot of talent there, but, I mean, it doesn't really matter when you can't move the ball much, and then your secondary is complete ass, and your best linebacker is Bobby Okereke, who's
I mean, how far does talent get you if you're not winning any games?
Yeah,
right?
so
I don't know how. I'd put him at a D. I know there was some and Jackson Dart looked great.
Jackson Dart's the only reason they're in the C's for me.
But as a team grade, this team underachieved. Even to the expectations we had going. There were some people thinking this could be a spicy wild card team. Russell Wilson plays well. That D-line gets going. They've got Neighbors. They've got, a running game. And it fell on its face, and they fired their coach in 7 weeks. Or 8 weeks, whatever it was. I saw a stat, and I forget the exact numbers, but it was in the last 4 seasons, the Giants have won a total of, it's anywhere between 16 and 20 games or something.
I know what you're going to bring up.
It was 45. It was 8 or 9 of those 20 wins or 22 wins have come in the last 2 weeks of the season. They've been horrible all year, and then at the very end of the season, when they're playing teams that are either banged up and hurt or they're resting players,
like Dallas was.
Yeah,
so it's
they're
either
one of the best Week 18 teams of the last 5 years.
It's Week 17 and 18. It's either the last 2 or 3 years. They're either 3-1 or 5-1. And every single year they've done it, they have totally screwed their draft pick.
Yeah. I mean, that's classic New York Giants football.
But it also shows you how bad they've been when it matters.
Yeah.
When it actually
they can't even lose when they need to. Yeah.
The one thing I will say, they had the hardest schedule in the league, and they were competitive in a lot of these games. They were. So, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I mean, I didn't really have much expectation. I thought they were a 5-6 win team.
It's like you said, they set a great foundation for whoever the next coach is to come in. Yeah. You got a QB, a wide receiver 1, a lot of defensive players.
Breaking news: Trae Young traded to the Washington Wizards
for C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert.
Wow,
is that it?
Come on,
dude. His trade market is apparently.
That can't be it.
No. Have you been seeing the rumors of what they've been saying? But all right,
they thought he might get a 1st-round pick. So we'll do the NFC North now. The Bears, I gave the Bears a B, and so the Bears.
B?
Yeah, I was debating a B plus, but their defense was really bad this year.
They had the best season they've had in 30 years.
I know, but I feel like. Maybe I could give him a B plus, but I just felt like they were really inconsistent. Ben Johnson, if I could have any coach in the league going into next year, I think I would take Ben Johnson. He's
over a Sean McVay.
Maybe not Sean McVay, but
we're all over the map.
Yeah, now
all right, a B. They've had their literally their best season. I mean, the Mitch Trubisky season, but this is a better year than I think they've ever had with Jay Cutler. I mean, they got to the Super Bowl in 07 with.
This is their best season since the Super Bowl.
But I mean, and this is the most hope. This season has probably instilled more hope in Bears fans than the Rex Grossman season because he had Rex Grossman at quarterback.
Well, and their defense was 23rd in scoring, but they led the league in takeaways too.
Yeah,
so they were very opportunistic, bend don't break defense.
All right, I'll give him a B+ to satisfy you. But yeah, I just because okay, besides McVay, I guess I would think I would take Ben Johnson to be my coach over anyone else because having an elite play caller is almost just as important as having a good coach now. It seems like, Shanahan makes Brock Purdy look like he's a freaking magician.
Both. Yeah, and he does both.
Having one that does both.
Yeah, and Caleb Williams looked great this year. He was inconsistent at times, especially to start. He was using his legs a lot, but he looked legit at the end of the year. They use all their weapons. That's one thing is they have a lot of players that Ben Johnson also didn't draft himself. O'Dunes and DJ Moore didn't really live up to their standard this year. But they had a lot of guys
Loveland
that
looks really good.
What was it?
Loveland.
Yeah, so that's one thing, dude. So they're rookies. If you go over Colson Loveland, Luther Burden, and Kyle Monungai, those three together put up 2,350 yards, 13 touchdowns, and they didn't produce a single turnover.
Good pull.
That's fantastic.
I know. It's pretty insane. And then also Montez Sweat had 10 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and Tremaine Edmonds had a really good year. He had 112 tackles and 4 picks this year. So they had some standouts, but I just because they were ranked so low on defensive rankings for everything, I just couldn't give them an A.
I'm fine with a B+. I mean, dude, I don't know what their record was, but in one score games, they were a very clutch team, and if we talk trends, that's a stat that next year is probably gonna fall the other way. So,
I know we're talking about this season.
I know, but I'm saying their record is a little bit inflated.
Yeah, and Nahshon Wright's not gonna do that again, and Kevin Byard had 7 picks this year. He's a great player, but he's only going to regress. He's 32 now.
I think my floor would be an A-. I mean, you're the 2 seed in the NFC, which is the much stronger conference this year. And I think I'm maybe gauging this a little more on expectation versus reality. I mean, this team was pretty by far and wide projected to be the last team in their division.
Yeah, well, it was also,
they were playing for a 1 seed.
My thing with that too is that their division.
This has been a almost flawless year for them, given what the expectations were at the beginning of the year and the concerns about Caleb Williams.
I would just say my thing is I took it down a notch because their division, even though it was amazing last year, just really didn't play that great.
And you could say that too, but it's I don't think anyone's really that shocked that Ben makes Caleb work. The talent was clearly there. Matt Eberflus is a joke. So they went 11. I know they're Tuesday. They went 11 wins though. They had a bottom 9 defense. Their offense was 9th in scoring. It's not like their offense either was top 3.
There's a lot of people chirping about Caleb Williams for the year. I know.
No,
now,
I know that. I know there was
now,
but I'm just saying.
At the time when this season began, there was a lot of smoke about Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
and negative smoke.
And also, their division looked a lot scarier at the beginning of the year.
It did. Their division was bad. I agree. I think if you're in the A's, you had to have somewhat dominant. His team's dominant. I don't view them as dominant.
Yeah, I got both.
But it's a fraud 2 seed.
My
thing
11
is
games. To get an A, you got to be dominant on
the
both
Niners.
sides.
They're in arguably.
The
Rams, the hardest. I mean, the Rams or the NFC West is the hardest division. But
the Rams and Niners both have more wins than them. They're the 5 and 6 seeds. So the two seed argument is a fraud.
And they did it in a way harder division.
Well, I mean, you can say that, but the NFC North they didn't have one team with a losing record. The Vikings were 9-8.
But don't try to say the North's better.
It's not better than the West. I'm not saying it's better than the West, but it's not like they were playing in some cupcake. They weren't playing in the NFC South. They were playing in the second best division in football. I don't know. I think it's hard to not.
It's
give
okay.
them
I mean, we're stuck between an A- and a B+. Yeah.
All right.
You're up, Buzz.
Let's get to the Packers. I give the Packers a B-, and I think you could go lower. But this, I think, has to do a lot with the Micah Parsons injury. Before Micah got hurt, this team looked like it was going to be competing for the 1 or the 2 seed. Definitely, it was in the driver's seat for the division.
Yeah.
The Micah injury, he gets hurt. Then Love goes down, and this last month has just been a train wreck for the Packers. And that's not totally in their control. So I think I'm being a little generous to them and giving him a B-. But I mean, Josh Jacobs still looked great. The receiving core looked great, even though they had injuries. Jordan Love was playing fantastic, and that defense with Micah was nasty. Matt LaFleur was coaching. He did a great job this year while the team was whole. So I'm not going to go down into the C range, even though if we're looking at it, preseason to now, we'd say they underachieved. But I think there's reasons out of their control that cause that. So I'm going.
Yeah, no, I'm with you too, man. My favorite player to watch on their team on both sides of the ball were out for the year. Tucker Kraft and Micah.
Oh, I forgot about Kraft.
Yeah, Kraft was he was a
bigger
playmaker
than
for
almost
them, man.
anybody.
Yeah, I think B- is a perfect grade.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Because they're in the playoffs after losing their best player, Micah, and like I said, Tucker.
They're still favored to beat the Bears.
Are they?
They're -1.
Well, and also
Beat the Bears.
that Malik
Good
Will
coaching.
Will is about to get paid too,
Yeah,
man.
he is. He's about to be the
All right,
newest
Someone is
quarterback.
that is such a mess up. Whoever
And
does
so
that.
the third place team in this division, the Vikings, went 9-8 somehow after being 4-8. They rattled off 5 late ones to have
Talk about screwing your draft
They
pick.
somehow had a
Yeah.
winning record, and I'm giving Minnesota a C, just a straight up C. And if J.J. McCarthy was playing like Sam Darnold, this would be an A probably. They'd probably have 13, 14 wins. But J.J. McCarthy, we've talked about
especially
him
for
enough.
a first-year
9.
starter, that would be crazy.
Yeah, he's terrible. They need to get a new quarterback. If you go sign Kirk Cousins, anybody to get him out of town, because the defense was 9th in scoring, or 10th in scoring this year. And dude, they had some studs. Eric Wilson, Brian Cashman.
Eric Wilson
Have
had
you even
a
heard of these
good
guys?
year.
Not even big names. Arguably the best linebacker duo in the league this year. Secondary with Old Man Harrison Smith was second in secondary rating this season. And the weapons, I think the weapons are still fine too. It's all on the shoulders of JJ. But I think this 9-8 season just showed us how good of coaching they have with Brian Flores on defense and then Kevin O'Connell to somehow get 9 wins with JJ McCarthy is a borderline miracle. And I think this is a team that, next season, hell, with Darnold, they won 13, 14 games. They can just go get a QB, and this roster's ready to win right now. But I'm not going to go any higher or lower. A C feels fine. The team played great overall, honestly, but the QB, the most important position, let them down tremendously.
And it was a dumpster
They are so dumb. Sam Darnold last year had a passer rating of over 100. He had 4,300 passing yards, 35 touchdowns, and 12 picks. Why would you move on from that?
Hey, I thought it was a good move at the time.
I first round quarterback.
I didn't think Darnold would do it, but if JJ McCarthy should probably still be at Michigan. So
it's pretty crazy saying a 9-8 team that was like projected to win about 8 or 9 games with a quarterback really starting his first season basically as a rookie, that we're like pretty confident giving them a C and being like, yeah, it could be a lot lower. That shows you how bad
JJ was.
He was the story way more than the actual team this year.
JJ was an F. The team was an A, and the coaching staff was an A plus. They might have the best coaching staff in the NFL. Like Kevin O'Connell, Brian Flores.
Flores might get bought out of his spot.
He
Flores
definitely
probably
might.
get a job.
But they go get a guy in. They should be frisky again next year. And the fact they were a half game out of the playoffs for crying out loud after being 4-8. So the resilience they showed too late in the season.
That is crazy, actually.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, they were above the Lions.
Yep. The Lions finished dead last.
Yep.
8-9.
9-8.
9-8. Okay, yeah. I gave the Lions a C plus. It's just they're pretty honestly similar to the Cowboys in a way where they have a really good offense and kind of their defense has a lot of playmakers on it, but they either didn't make a lot of plays this year or they were hurt. They still had one of the best offenses in the league, but not at the most opportune times. Like they were pretty inconsistent, just not that creative on the play calling, while having a plethora of weapons. They had Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, Isaac Tesla was a crazy red zone threat, and then you got the two-headed beasts, Sonic and Knuckles at running back. But their problem this year was their O-line was terrible. Like after Frank Ragnow went down before the season, or retired, I guess, before the season started. Even I don't know why he tried to come back at one point, like that was going to happen. Once he retired, the O-line kind of regressed a little bit last year, but it just went. It was like a torpedo going down this year. Yeah. And then and then Laporta went down. And then on defense, they had Terrion Arnold, Brian Branch, and Kirby Joseph all go to the IR. That's 2 all-pro safeties. And, Dan Campbell just kept deciding to take his shots on 4th down, even with the roster that wasn't as good or play callers that weren't as good. And it just did not go in his favor this year.
Yeah,
they are missing their coordinators.
Yeah, I think the
brain drain.
Yeah, if there's one thing to take away from the Lions season is the coaching, and how we said this in the preseason that Dan Campbell is love him as a locker room guy. He's not an X and O's guy. He's not
a
going to dial up
CEO.
a good office. And his fool's gold has ran out, it looks to be. When you don't have Ben Johnson at your disposal, that's going to happen. And it did happen to him. And then, they're having to rely more, on Jared Goff playing hero ball, which never works well. Even though Goff had a great season,
Goff's
it didn't
great
matter.
when he has an O-line. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they had one of the worst pass blocking O-lines in the league this year. Yeah, and it's literally, when you don't have Ben Johnson calling up a crazy ass play on 4th down and you're going for it every damn time, it's not going to work out.
Well,
in your
and
favor.
losing Aaron
Yeah.
Glenn too is obviously a big thing as well. They were 23rd in scoring defense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they need to bring in.
Glenn.
They need to go bring in a guy that actually knows how to call plays. If they do, I think they'll be back.
I don't
on
know.
track.
Dan and the offense coordinator started swapping play calling duties. I'm like,
Yeah,
we can't.
exactly.
That's never gonna
That's how you know it's bad.
Yeah, that's
never gonna
writings
work.
on the wall. You knew he was out of there.
I'd
No,
almost be more inclined to drop that grade even lower. Just given the expectations and the last 2 years that they've had, to go from that to where you're at now and then looking into the future, it's been a pretty abysmal.
I gave them a C+ because they were still above 500 and because the offense was still really fun to watch.
Yeah, I
But,
think they would be closer to a C-, maybe even D. Just
because,
because they were a favorite preseason
Well,
coming out of
and,
the NFC.
you compared them to the Cowboys. The Cowboys were projected to have 8 wins.
7.5 was the over.
The Lions, what was their over half? 10.5?
I believe,
11
yeah.
probably. They were supposed to be in contention for the 1 seed and win a 3rd straight division. They colossally failed doing that this year. So I think you look at the scale where they were supposed to be where they are.
Yeah.
I think you got to have them lower than teams like the Cowboys and these other teams that kind of hit par where they shot way over.
Yeah, because I think C+ is you kind of did what you're supposed to,
Right.
and they were below that. I think they'd be a C+ if they snuck in as the 7th seed at 10-7.
Yeah,
But
dude, that offensive coordinator position is gonna be the hottest thing though in this hottest coordinator's position. I bet they get Kingsbury or someone.
All right, let's get to the NFC South. Carolina, division winner. I know they're 8-9. I know they're not a good team, and I know I don't really like Bryce Young, but I'm going A- for them. This is the best season Carolina's had in.
they're in the
What?
A's.
They're in the I think they're in the. If you're a Carolina fan, you're in the playoffs, hosting a playoff game.
Fraudulent.
You're not 12. It's fraudulent, but look where you
Have you
are.
seen their point differential compared to the other playoff teams?
It's horrible. They're not a good team. But if you were to ask a Panthers fan before the season, you want to host a playoff game? Would you like to host that? They would be over the moon knowing you're going to host a playoff game. I know they're 8-9.
I feel like that's kind of short-sighted though, because what would you?
It's short-sighted.
What would you give
Well-
them if Tampa snuck in? Though?
Well,
would they be in a?
They'd be
C?
a C.
That's some drastic
Yeah,
So they
change.
go up 2 letter grades off of luck.
but it's
for,
all about
one
it's,
game.
it's about the scale of how we're grading the team and the expectation. The Carolina Panthers were not expected to be hosting a playoff game.
Yeah,
this
but
year.
they were supposed to be like a 7-win team. They won 8 games.
No one would have been shocked.
It's
if
one of the worst
Carolina
divisions in recent
No
memory.
one would have been shocked if Carolina was picking second and drafting a new quarterback in April.
But I don't think
You know what I mean?
I don't think if you say the Bucks went 12-5 and won, Carolina went 8-9, I don't think it'd be that shocking either. They just happened to
They
land and
lucked
win the
into
division.
the division. But
Yeah.
because of that, you got to the playoffs. So you're Carolina. You haven't had that type of success in 8 seasons? You found a gem in Rico Dowdle.
luck.
You found a gem in Rico Dowdle in free agency. You've got probably the offensive rookie of the year at receiver position. Bryce Young showed a lot of flashes that he showed at the end of this prior season, and he had missteps in between, but you saw what a franchise quarterback can be in him. If you're a Carolina fan, I think you've got to be super optimistic and positive about this season. I'm going A for them.
I think a
Or
B
A-.
is more fair because I do agree. You should be very optimistic for next year. Hopefully Bryce gets more consistent. Like you said, they got Tet, who's an absolute weapon. They got a couple other guys on offense. Good O-line. I think
Coker.
they have Coker. Yeah, Coker's solid.
I'm one of the
And then,
leaders of the Cokehead
and
fan
they
club.
got Derek Brown and J.C. Horn leading a pretty decent defense. I mean, they have a really young team, but yeah, I can't go A just because they were just mid all year.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't agree that they belong in the A's.
A-.
Because I think it's
Not
luck.
A,
Let's be real.
A-.
It's luck.
The A's.
They fell into the division. They didn't grab it. They fell on their face.
They still won it.
Would the
They stumbled
Cowboys?
upon
Would the Cowboys have won this division?
They might have.
Yeah, probably.
They would have shot themselves. But Yeah. All right. Well, next team up, the team that should have probably won the division, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got them at a C-. And I mean, dude, they were 6-2, lost their last 7 of 8 games. But in this team, like we said, this team was the absolute favorite to go in and win this division. They shot themselves in the foot more times than you can count. And you can point at Baker Mayfield. You can point at the injuries. The coaching. There's a lot of shit to point at with the Bucs season this year. And I think losing Liam Cohen showed that it's pretty bad when Todd Bowles and their coordinator Josh Grizzard are at the helm. I mean, the offense looked so stale at times. They couldn't get anything going. The receivers were hurt all year. Tez Johnson at times was the wide receiver number 1, and Baker the last half of the year was playing banged up most of the time. And outside of Vita Vea, I mean, their defense was just Swiss cheese. It was absolutely terrible. But I will say, like, hope for optimism. Like, Emeka Egbuka looks like he should be a 1 in the near future. The receivers were all hurt. And I think the foundation with Baker and the weapons is still there. I'm assuming they're going to go fire Todd Bowles and go get Baker, an offensive guy. We've seen when Baker has a guy that knows what he's doing, calling plays, he's a really good quarterback. He's a top 10, borderline top 5 quarterback, and a guy that was in the MVP running the first 8 games and then last year when he had Liam Cohen. So I still have hope for optimism for him next year, but this season it's a C-. You fell short of expectations. You were banged up, but you can only blame so much on the injury bug because it happens to everybody. But the defense was bad. The offense was inconsistent as hell. It's a C- for me.
I just don't have like any faith in them in next year or in the future. I feel like for some reason I couldn't tell you the average age of like their team or anything, but I feel like I'm just watching like an old NFL retirement home team or something. Watching them, like
you feel like you're watching mediocrity.
Yeah, like it just like seems like all the good players in their team are old and they're declining, and then like they just got a bunch of scrubs.
Yeah, well, did you feel that way the first 8 weeks of the season when they were 6-2?
No, but they were beating up on crappy teams.
And they were at that moment. It just
they were
seemed
healthy.
Like, it seemed like
I mean,
Baker was just
they
going
weren't.
nuts.
You got to keep in mind
they weren't healthy. Evans and Godwin were out.
Godwin went out. Egbuka went out at one point. Evans was out a lot of the there was times where literally Baker was throwing to practice squad guys, and Baker was hurt himself too.
That's my
Baker
thing.
was playing hurt the whole second half.
It felt like Baker was carrying them.
What are you optimistic for?
I'm optimistic because you still have Baker, you have Tristan Wirfs, you have a decent O-line. The running back room's really solid, and you have Emeka Egbuka and Chris Godwin returning, getting year 2 from that Achilles injury he had. And K. Dotton's a solid tight end. I'm optimistic for the offense moving forward. The defense I have a lot more concerns about because they generated 0 pass rush whatsoever, and they outside of Vita Vea and Antoine Winfield, they don't really have anybody. They need a new influx of talent on that defense immediately. But I'm confident, or not confident. I'm confident this team could go win the NFC South again next year because the division's that fucking bad. And if we just go,
but I think that has more to do with how bad that division is.
Well, but that's
confidence in the.
But that's like your thing with the Panthers giving it an A-.
Yeah, but it's the Panthers. Panthers have no business being in the playoffs.
Yeah, but and that's why I put the Bucs at a C-. I don't have them anywhere sniffing an A or a B. They're C-. Like,
right.
It's not a D.
And they should be because they were expected far and wide to win this division.
Yes,
they should have won this division.
I mean,
and they collapsed.
Yeah, I got them at a C-. I mean, I think a D would be a little harsh due to the injuries, but C-.
They were ravaged by injuries. I mean, we could get into.
They still went out and beat the Panthers week 18.
Yeah,
every and that should have been a win and get in game. It sucks that it wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, we can get into this another time, but the fall off of Emeka Egbuka.
That was crazy.
Stark.
That was crazy.
Like that was that was bad.
He's good. It was the
He's good.
It was the whole offense. The whole offense completely just spiraled.
Well, the offense
everything did.
It did, but it's also when Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and actually Jalen McMillan got back. When Jalen McMillan got back, he was getting more targets than almost anybody.
Yeah, I mean,
Egbuka was like the 4th option by the end of the year.
Yeah.
It was just weird.
Dude, the first 8 weeks we were literally like, awesome. Is he a top 5 receiver? So like,
he was fantastic.
I'm not like I'm gonna more use the first 8 weeks I saw of him versus the hospital bed second half of the year where the play calling and injuries were catapulted. Like so.
All right, now you got the Falcons, the Atlanta Falcons. So I gave the Atlanta Falcons a C-. You know how bad their division is? And you know that the Atlanta Falcons have not made the playoffs in 8 years?
Yeah.
They are terrible. So, this season for them, this season was about bolstering the defense a little bit because you have a great offense around Michael Penix. Let's see what we got in Penix. Well, boom. Michael
much.
Penix goes down about after
You got-
8 games.
you-
Yeah.
you got not much.
You got a
He
bag
did
of
not get
Penix.
anything,
Yeah.
and he did not look impressive when he played. I mean, that team, they have so much talent. I mean, you have Bijan Robinson, who might be the most talented playmaker in the league. Drake London's a bona fide one. He's a great jump ball receiver. And then Kyle Pitts can just turn into a monster, literally any game for some reason. I mean, I don't know how he's not consistent.
He's still one of the most talented tight
Yeah,
ends.
he's insane still. Like, I mean, those are three guys you would love to build your offense around, and then unfortunately you got Penix, but you have a solid O-line. Their defense, dude, they had 3 really good rookies on their team this year on defense.
Their defense is good.
So they had Jalen Walker.
20th in scoring.
Well, okay, so listen to this.
Their offense was
They
horrible.
were second in the league in sacks. They had Jalen Walker, who was the 10th pick in the draft last year. He only had 5.5 sacks, but he had 2 forced fumbles. James Pierce had 10.5 sacks and a forced fumble. And then their third round, I don't know if he was second or third round pick, but Xavier Watts from Notre Dame. This guy had 95 tackles and 5 interceptions and 11 passes defended. They have a lot going for them, aside from the fact that they traded their first round pick this year to the Rams for James Pierce. But I mean, Raheem Morris just did a dog shit job of building that team and
Yeah,
winning
I think
games.
he's in the Todd Bowles boat. He probably needs to get out of
Yeah.
town.
Oh no,
He
he's
got-
gone.
he got
he's
fired.
already
Oh, shit.
fired. Yeah.
Fired.
They need to get an offensive coach
and their GM.
because it's also Michael Penix is torn his like 5th ACL at this point. You got to get a new quarterback too. Like they are in a predicament, and I don't know how they're going to get out of it. So yeah, C-.
That feels fair. I mean, the thing with Penix too, like when he was coming out of college, like okay, this guy may not be mobile, may not have a strong arm, but
He's already tore both ACLs.
yeah, and tore another, but he's deadly accurate. I mean, dude, I can't count the amount of times I was watching foul games and he's just missing wide open receivers and just resorting to Bijan dump off.
Yeah.
He's clearly not the
Or
guy.
jump ball to Drake London.
Yeah, and they got to go get a new QB. But
Dude,
I mean, that pick was bad when they made it.
That's what I'm saying. Is
Well,
like
they had just signed Kirk Cousins to a
Yeah,
monster
I don't
contract.
mean-
if you look at like the job openings right now, aside from the Ravens, obviously, this has to be the second best because
Oh,
they
yeah.
have so much talent. But
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. I would
it's that
I would take the Giants job.
that's a great one too.
got your
Because
quarterback.
exactly, but that's the difference between the Falcons and Giants. Yeah. But I mean, Penix should be back for next season. But it's like, do you even want to
Yep.
do that? Yeah.
no,
Like,
I don't.
He's gonna be a stat. He's gonna be like Matt Ryan back there. He's gonna be a
I think they're honestly maybe looking to a bridge guy or draft another guy. I think you give Penix 6-7 games, 6-7, and hope he figures something out. But
I
mean,
agree.
who knows? Nowadays we see QBs suck the first 2 years and figure it out year 3.
Yeah,
so
they're an interesting team this offseason. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to the last place finisher. My team, the New Orleans Saints. I've probably watched more New Orleans Saints football this year than anyone excluding New Orleans Saints fans. I have
Probably
been
some of them, too.
locked in on this team
you
all
are in
year.
a very small percentile of people that could say that.
I am. I'm giving them a B. And I kind of want to go a little higher, but I'm sticking at a B. They won only 6 games. They hit their over. I think their over was like what, 4.5.
yeah, we picked the under on that.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude, remember people before the year were talking about the Saints not winning a game.
I mean,
they were like,
they-
this team's gonna be fucking.
They
horrible.
ended it winning 5 in a row, right?
Well, dude,
Yeah.
and they lost week 18, but
Okay.
this the season was great. You overachieved. But this all boils down to Tyler Shuck. He looks good.
Yeah.
Like, he looks legitimately good.
it's like I said earlier-
Not like a flash in the pan good. Not like, splash plays good. Consistently good. Week in, week out, drive to drive. He looks consistent. He looks poised. He looks like he can make every throw on the field. The other big thing for
can
them,
move.
Chris Olave was awesome this year. Chris Olave was a stud. Coming off this last season, people were worried if Chris Olave, 1, could be healthy, and 2, could actually be a number 1. He reestablished himself as a top 12, 15 guy and a bona fide number 1 in this league. You've got a top pick. You got to do something with your running back group. The running back group is
I thought you're
bad.
high on Devin Neal.
Well, I was high on Devin Neal. I was super excited about Devin Neal.
Then you
until he
watched
got
him play.
hurt.
It's
No,
the
he was
Devin
good
Neal
when he
guy
played.
right here.
I'm a big Devin Neal guy. But then he got hurt, and it ruined his breakout. It was horrible. But
Poor guy.
I think if you're a Saints fan, I think you've got to be super happy with this season overall, taking the totality of what you expected to be to where you are with the quarterback you have moving forward. And you got a lot of optimism for next season. So for that reason, I'm giving him a B. I think the optimism alone.
I agree with you, and it's like I said earlier. It's like when you have a quarterback that can do a little bit of everything, but then you have the elite play caller like Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
That's what takes show to another level.
And I think that
I didn't even bring that up. Kellen Moore looked great.
Kellen Moore looked
I didn't
amazing.
even bring
And
that
then
up.
also they should be opening up so much cap space in the next few years because they're getting all
they're
those
getting crushed
They're
by
getting
dead cap.
Yeah,
right
they're getting
now.
they're getting that dead cap off right now from all those Breeze years, and then once that's gone, they should have the most cap space in the league because they can't even sign anyone right now. Like to fill that.
Well, they have
space.
no one on big contracts.
Exactly.
They're going to pay Olave.
And then also, they got some nice O linemen. Like they took Kelvin Banks last year. They took that tackle from Washington the year before. They have some nice pieces to work with for sure.
Yeah, and it looks like Kellen Moore's probably the most pleasant head coach surprise out there.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think we all thought he was going to be terrible. Even we've seen him in Dallas.
We just thought he was
Would you rather
Dory.
have Kellen Moore or Brian Schottenheimer?
Schottenheimer.
No, dude.
Really?
I would.
I'd rather have
the
Moore.
thing is,
Me
I think
too.
Moore might be a better play caller, but I still don't. I know the Cowboys' culture was actually really good when they were in the hum of things. I didn't keep up with the Saints like I know how their culture was.
But also, look at the Eagles this year without Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't fucking tell a popsicle stick from a cock. I don't know any analogies for that.
That's right. Poor Philly. All right, we're going to the last division of the NFC. We got the NFC West, and we're kicking it off with the Seattle Seahawks, 14-3.
You got this, Cole?
Third-ranked scoring offense, second-ranked scoring defense. It's an A+. Anyone who says it's not an A+, you're lying to yourself. I mean, this was a team going into the season. We were like, they could maybe push for a wild card, 8-9 win team. They just
Plus
shattered.
550 to win the division.
They shattered every expectation. They're now the favorites to come out of the NFC, the 1 seed. Sam Darnold really.
Are they the favorite?
Yeah,
They're the favorite out of the NFC?
They've jumped above the Rams.
Because we got a
Yeah.
new pope.
Yeah, they jumped above the Rams.
Well, every
But-
time we've got a new pope, the Seahawks have been the 1 seed and they made the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I mean, Sam Darnold played better last year with Minnesota. He was good. He wasn't great this year by any means, but they didn't need him to be great. The running back room was great. Gray Zabel immediately established himself as one of the best interior offensive linemen in all of football.
Yep.
And I mean, the real story, besides JSN, who's now a top 3 guy, is the defense. I mean, their defense, you look at their defense, and they got Leonard Williams, they got Devon Witherspoon, but it's not a defense you look at and you're like, oh, there's
You
all
don't know
pro.
many of the
There's
guys
all
on
pro,
it.
there's all pro. But you watch that defense,
Nasty.
it is fast, it is physical, it is
Long.
nasty, and it's all to Mike McDonald, dude. Mike McDonald is now one of the best young coaches
Murphy and Leonard
in the
Williams in the
league.
middle.
All of Seattle players love him. Seattle, the city, loves him. I mean, he's established himself as a top tier guy, and I think anything short of an A+.
New John Harbaugh.
Yeah, even if they lose in the first round, it doesn't take away what they did this regular season. This was a monumental season for the Seattle Seahawks and Mike McDonald, and they deserve their flowers and a whole A+.
So the Seahawks only threw the ball like 450 times this year. Teams usually throw the ball about 550 times to 600 times a year. And Jackson Smith and Jigba still got like 1,800 yards.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He hit an all-time season.
percentage of team receiving yards
It's
was great.
insane.
It was like
Yeah.
almost 40%.
He's a monster.
which is like, I mean, I think it's only been done like 2 or 3 times.
No, he's like the new type of like archetype receiver you want. Just
Yeah.
an insane route
Technician,
runner
yeah.
that gets open and catches every ball in his
he's just
direction.
so shifty. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I mean he's amazing. But yeah, I mean an A+, I think that's pretty cut and dry for them.
Clear.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got the Rams now, and I gave them an A-. See, they could have been an A or an A+, but they decided to lollygag around and not win their division. So you're not deserving of an A or an A+. But they had a great season. They had Stafford might win the MVP this year. Even if he doesn't, he just submitted his name for the Hall of Fame, which is such a monumental thing. I mean, that's amazing for him. Puka put up 1,700 yards. He looked like one of the best receivers in the league again. Devontae looked like the best red zone threat of all time at the receiver position again. I mean, they were so entertaining to watch. Their D-line was nuts. Jared Verse and Byron Young looked like one of the best edge combos in the league. And then in the interior, they signed Poona Ford, who went off for them. And then they also have Kobe Turner and Brandon Fisk, who's in the same draft class and same school as Jared Verse. But like they're just a really exciting team. They just sometimes don't show up to being their best when the games really matter really don't matter, honestly. So, I mean, they're an A- just because they didn't win their division, because they are in the hardest division in the NFL.
And how about a shout out to their GM, Les Snead?
Seriously.
What they have
Brilliant.
done after especially trading a lot of draft capital in recent years to go and hit on all these picks like he has.
And-
Remember they traded for Stafford, like this is the 1 year. They are screwed after that. Doesn't matter. He can pick third, fourth. He's going to go get guys.
Guess what? He has the number 13 pick and their own first-round pick this year.
I mean,
I think you can make a case that this Rams team, when they're on and like that's the one thing, like you said, they almost seemed like they get on. They're so good that a lot of times they're just like, eh.
Exactly. Like they just don't show up sometimes.
But I think you can make a legitimate case that when they're on and they're firing and they're focused, they're better than the 2021 team.
And
they're so talented, top to bottom. They destroy people.
Yeah.
When they're on fire. Like if they're on, I think they'd beat that 2021 Rams team. Like they're so good when they're right.
It's also like they had some guys on defense that played really well in the first half of the year and then fell off. Like Emmanuel Forbes was looking great at the start and then kind of fell back to his own ways.
He had a rough second.
And then also the Nate Landman. He had
Landman.
Landman. No, but he had like 130 tackles on the year, dude. But he's still like he didn't have a good last month. But they just find guys from fucking fuck nowhere.
Yeah, I mean their front office is insane.
They're an awesome team. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the other playoff team in that division, the Niners. I'm going same grade, A-. I know they had a crap schedule and they played a bunch of cupcakes. But they still won, 12 games? Mm-hmm. They won 12 games. You're in the playoffs. Brock Purdy was hurt for half the season. You had an awesome 8-game stretch with Mac Jones. Ayuk didn't play all year. Kittle missed basically half the season. The receiving room was in flux kind of all year. The only constant thing you had going was Kyle Shanahan dominating defensive coordinators, and you had Christian McCaffrey just absolutely balling.
And shout out Bob Saleh.
And shout out
Might
Bob
get another
Saleh.
head coaching job.
He should. Bob Saleh, what he did with that defense with all the injuries they had, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, and everybody else, what he was able to do to patch that defense up to be that competitive a team is pretty remarkable. I don't know how you go less than A. Given what they dealt with this season.
They had to be the best coach team in the league this year for sure.
Yeah, I think
agree.
They're right there. I mean, what Saleh, I mean, dude, if you just go look on depth chart of the Niners defense right now,
it's nobody.
It's nobody. And they were in the top half in scoring defense.
You know
that Bob Saleh is him and Brian Flores probably the two best.
You're missing two literal defensive player of the year candidates,
yeah.
And then also your first round pick that you took in the top 15.
Yes, and for Shanahan to steer the ship with Mac Jones in and win all the games he did, and then come back. Dude. I was like, Mac Jones played great, and I was like, this is probably it. Brock Purdy comes in and then elevates it even more.
They don't even punt for a whole month or two.
Top four quarterback in the league.
Yeah, and I mean Christian McCaffrey, I know statistically, I mean he was still great statistically. He's had bigger seasons though. This might have been his most impactful season though of his career.
I think he should get serious consideration for MVP.
He should. I think
he should be number
everything.
100%. Dude, they gave him like 20. What was it, like 26 touches?
Dude, they were giving him touches in games where they're up by 3 touchdowns in the fourth. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but like
that's why they supposedly traded for Brian Robinson.
Yeah, what was the point of that?
Nothing.
The guy was getting 2 carries a game.
Nothing.
You would think they want to keep CMC fresh.
Just keep burning down CMC.
Yeah, we can give McCaffrey a 29th carry.
We'll pay him all that guaranteed money this year.
Yeah.
Fuck a 6th-round pick, I guess. All right, last team in this division, former Jonathan Gannon head coach, Arizona Cardinals. This team gets an F. This is our first F of the night.
Yeah,
our first F of the night, and they deserve it. I mean, going into the year, y'all remember Arizona's line to Vegas going into the season was 8.5.
Do you remember?
We said this preseason on this podcast. That's the easiest line.
Free money.
I don't know who the hell in their right mind would bet Arizona to win 9+ games. We all hammered it, made some easy free money, but
they were so bad they benched their star quarterback.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how it's not an F. Outside of Jacoby Brissett, who you're not even going to use in the future, Michael Wilson, who had a solid 5-6 game stretch, and Walter Nolan and McBride, it was all terrible. It looks like Marvin Harrison Jr. at this point, like He looks like, I'm not saying he's a
looks like he's got the
complete,
yips.
not a complete bust, but from what he was expected and drafted at, he's a
100%.
bust. He's
I think
not
it's-
it.
I'd
The
call him a
defense
bust.
was absolutely terrible. Jonathan Gannon was terrible. Kyler Murray looks to be out now. And James Conner, his career might be done. So, like, everything that was supposed to be working for them, the only thing that worked was Trey McBride. It was terrible all the way around. Walter Nolan, like I said, flashed a lot of promise, but outside of him, the defense is really bad. You at least got McBride and Michael Wilson, but it's an F. It was really, really bad.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. I mean, it was a dumpster fire. I mean, like you said, Luke, they benched their franchise quarterback because they just don't like him.
Yeah, because he was playing too much.
And like, I
games,
get
yeah.
it. Like, he's not the guy you really want as your franchise quarterback. But it was so bad, they're just like, screw it, we're done. Yeah. We're just doing the brisket show all year. And actually, the brisket show is pretty good.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
Brisket was great. He was
Just no
slinging the ball.
handoffs, yeah.
Michael Wilson mossing people. It was fantastic.
Funniest part, too, is Brisket. Good for Brisket, but
No,
Good
no,
for Brisket.
No, you know what the worst part was? Drafting Marvin Harrison in the league and just
Yeah.
watching him never
Yeah.
play.
And
Yeah.
Michael Wilson had a better stretch. Let me ask you this. Do you think the stretch
He had a
Michael
better
Wilson
year.
had, that 5-6 game stretch, will Marvin Harrison ever have a better 5-6 game stretch in his entire career?
No, absolutely.
No,
but honestly,
no.
I think that says more about Michael Wilson.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
dude,
he was like 25 targets. a
Yeah,
game.
bro, he was
Yeah.
getting like 12
Yeah.
catches, $150, and a touchdown a game. He was amazing.
All right.
No,
Let's head to the AFC.
He definitely. All right, we're back from break. We're giving all the AFC teams some grades for their 2025 season now. I'll start us off with the New England Patriots. So we're flipping it here. We're going from an F with the Cardinals. We are giving the Patriots an A+.
As they should.
Mama likes that. Yeah, no. Vrabel likes that too, man. Mike Vrabel is such a good coach and such like a culture changer. We all saw it when he was coaching in Tennessee. Like, Tennessee's never really had a lot going for them, and then he went there and he just sprouted them up to becoming a great team. And I mean, they were playoff contenders for a couple years while he was there. And then, of course, Tennessee management likes to get in the way and ruin things. But man, he just like instills his culture. All his guys love him. He gets the best out of all of his players. Like, he seems like a new age Belichick, and it's so perfect for the Pats because he's literally in their Ring of Honor and played for Belichick. But it's like a Belichick that guys want to play for. And I mean, so yeah, and the main thing is obviously Drake May. He's an MVP this year. Even if he doesn't win it, he had a season that was good enough. He just dumps it off to every single guy on that offense. Like, I mean, he had some of the best stats in the whole league. In my opinion, I know some people will say some other guys, but he looked like a little Aaron Rodgers to me this year. Like, he would just do whatever he had to evade a sack, and then he would just get it off quick to whatever guy was closest to him.
His rushing on third down was crazy.
Yeah, and
His rushing's really
so. Yeah,
underrated.
almost I'd say Aaron Rodgers with more rushing ability, I guess, because the way that he throws it once he's outside of the pocket just reminds me of Rodgers. But aside from him, they had some great additions. I mean, they had some free agents that helped them like crazy. They had Milton Williams on the D tackle, and then Stephon Diggs just helped define Drake May's
Diggs
season.
was awesome.
He just
Diggs-
helped Drake May become a good quarterback.
Exactly, and he's
And he was good for the locker room.
Like,
Yeah.
exactly, and
Surprisingly.
it seems like every quarterback nowadays needs a number one receiver for at least one season to hit that like stepping stone, and that he helped them do that. And then also, I mean, they crushed it in the draft. They got Will Campbell, a franchise left tackle. They got Travion Henderson, a game changer in the backfield, even though they didn't use him enough. And then, I mean, like Marcus Jones had a career year too, which was crazy. They're a really fun team to watch. They're very, very well rounded, and they were a big surprise.
Well,
So,
and I mean, and
yeah.
their defense too.
Exactly.
I mean, I think what did they
Like-
have the fourth scoring
Yeah,
defense?
I didn't even bring it up, but
NFL?
Christian
Fifth?
Christian
Yeah, I mean-
Gonzalez is easily a top five
Christian
corner.
Gonzalez is a stud.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're now. You could probably make a case that their defense is ranked that high because of the crappy teams they played, and that's, I mean, relatively fair. They can't control who they played though, and that's basically been the only criticism I've seen basically all year about the Patriots is that, they're not playing anybody. They're not playing anybody. They're not playing anybody, but they're beating the crap out of
Yeah.
every team they play. Like, they're bulldozing the bad teams.
Like, they-
and
You got to play the hand you're dealt.
Yeah.
And so what? I mean,
and the good teams they played, they either won or it was a close game.
No,
so
and
it's like
exactly,
It's, not
it's
like
like-
they were like getting crushed by the good teams.
for the, like,
sorry, but
I was just saying for the record, they did only play 3 teams in the playoffs: the
Yeah.
Bills twice and Steelers. They went 1-2 in those
Yeah.
games. So
Yeah,
every
they
other
played
every
the Steelers
Okay.
in week 2.
I mean,
and coming off the Raiders loss or the week 3, and they lost to the Raiders in week 1. Like they didn't really hit full form till like week 9, 10.
Still lost.
And it's
them.
like like I said about the Rams. Obviously, the Rams get more fatigue because, like we said, their schedule's way harder. But like the Rams they just don't play up to their own.
Yeah, you got to play the hand you're dealt.
But the Patriots, they didn't have a single like stressful game where their team didn't show up. Like they were consistent all year long. Yeah. So A+. And now let's go to the Bills, Benny.
Let's get to the Bills, baby.
Benny's bluff.
This is a tough one.
Benny's Bills.
Benny's Bills.
I really wanted to go low on this one. I'm going B-, because I think they still won 12 games. They're obviously in the playoffs playing Jacksonville, and it's a pick 'em on the road in Jacksonville, probably the hottest team in the league right now. But there wasn't any spark with this team all year long. They had inconsistencies on offense. They had issues when coaching. They didn't win the big games. They had a lot of moments where it just felt like they left stuff on the table. And if there's ever a year for Josh Allen to do it, it's the year Mahomes, Burrow, and Lamar is out. And they haven't squandered it yet. But it feels like they've laid the groundwork all season to squander this opportunity that might be the best opportunity they have to get to a Super Bowl in the next 5 years, also including the last 5 years. Mm-hmm. The other thing is this roster is not good.
No, it's bad.
This roster is
it's
shielded
really
by Josh Allen's greatness, and it's been shielded by that for a while, and I think we finally really saw the cracks in that armor this season, where they still beat the bad teams, but they also lost to Miami. They were in a bunch of close games against crappy teams, and they didn't beat a lot of the good teams they played. So it's hard for me to say like a 12-win team can go lower than a B, but when you have Josh Allen on your team and you're the Buffalo Bills where you're supposed to be competing for Super Bowls every year, this season feels like a bit of a disappointment so far.
Yeah, and I think it's on the front office. Like
100%.
The only
100%.
They led the league in running the ball. They ran the ball great, obviously, but
James Cook's a stud.
You gotta, if you want to really make a run, you gotta be dominant in at least 2 areas. Like you can't just run the ball and then say, oh, our defense isn't that good, we have no pass catchers. Like you gotta be elite in at least 2 parts of the field, and they can only do that one thing. And like you said, like I think it's on the front office, like not giving Josh Allen the weapons he needs, not bolstering the defense after they've lost some guys. Guys have aged over the years, but
how arrogant are you to go in being like, yeah, Khalil Shakir can be our one?
Yeah,
and like you know the issues with Keon Coleman. You drafted him, you dealt with him last year.
Yeah, I mean Dalton Kincaid's his #1 target. That's pitiful. And
it's horrible.
I feel bad for Josh Allen, if anybody, because he played great this year.
He's fantastic.
He's the only reason they got to 12 wins. I mean, without Josh Allen, if we want to talk like, I'm not saying Josh Allen's the MVP, but like if we were to talk about a player that means more to their team
it's
than anybody,
Josh Allen.
It's Josh Allen. Without Josh Allen,
Josh Allen or Mahomes.
Yeah,
it's one of the two.
With Josh Allen, they might win 4 games.
No,
they'd be picking top 5.
Yeah,
Josh Allen. That team's not good.
It's also like you think like
I think Jacksonville's gonna beat him.
I still am just holding on to the Josh Allen hope, and I think he's going to show.
Because
he's going to have to do everything.
Because this is the one year where you're like, this should be Josh Allen's year, but it's like you said, like they've been having like their roster get a little bit worse every year after year, and it's almost every year they're almost leaning more into the like Bills Mafia, and it's
Josh
like
Allen.
camaraderie. Like we're just gonna beat y'all with fucking camaraderie and loving each other and just friendship and all this bullshit. And it doesn't work anymore when you literally have one of the worst.
I mean, they're not doing the
league.
things to build the roster year after year. They're just staying stagnant.
The other issue that they've actually had a good O-line in recent history that deteriorated a lot this year. Like they've always predicated themselves since Stephon Diggs left on Josh Allen and that O-line. Their O-line this year was not good. And you saw the cracks in that start crumbling. Like at this point, you're really just left with Josh Allen, Deion Dawkins, and James Cook.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not enough.
I mean,
not nearly enough.
No.
Name a defender. Ed Oliver,
Milano,
Joey Bosa. Like,
I mean, it's bad when you're hoping on old man Joey Bosa to really turn things. Well, it was Von Miller before, and now it's Joey Bosa.
Yeah,
like,
that's like Mavericks hoping on AD, bro.
Yes.
Like, what are we doing here?
All right. Well, the team that made 3rd place division, the Miami Dolphins, 7-10. I'm giving them a D+. This one could go even lower. I'm just giving them the D+ because of how they played in the second half of the season. They actually It started 1-6. They won a lot of games late in the season, but I
Didn't
mean,
matter.
Mike McDaniel, I mean, he has no grip on this locker room. It looks like their ownership's going to bring him back. I wouldn't. I think they need to clean house everywhere. Outside of Jalen Waddle, I mean, they don't have a receiver tight end worth a shit. Darren Waller would go play 9 plays and then pop a hammy and then go back out. It was a joke. Devon Achane, at least at the very
the
least.
rapper?
Yeah, at least Devon Achane's established himself as not only one of the best running backs, one of the best just offensive weapons in the entire NFL. So you at least have that. Their offensive line actually surprisingly held up pretty well for them all year. And then on defense, Jordan Brooks led the league in tackles. Minka Fitzpatrick played good. Chubb had 8.5 sacks, but outside of those 3 guys, I mean, their defense was Swiss cheese. They were getting belt to ass almost every fucking week. And this team, it's a D+ because of what they did late season. But this is a team that I'm looking at with if you keep Mike McDaniel in there, what the hell's the direction? I think you got to clean house, start from the grounds up. Hopefully, our boy Quinn, friend of the pod, shout out Quinn, can maybe get a crack at the starting job, but who knows? It's just it looks real bad.
Bro, did you hear the Dolphins players talking about Quinn?
What were they saying?
They like him.
They love him.
I hope, and
they're like he's a natural leader.
Yeah.
Like
if you are listening to this right now, we're gonna be getting Quinn on again sometime soon. So tune in; it'll be a big episode.
I agree, and like they went on this run at the end of the year. They were 1-6. They were done at this point. Like people were talking about Mike McDaniel being fired by week 10. They rallied for their coach, which I guess is a good sign. But the season was basically over after you started 1-6, especially with how good the Patriots were in the division already. So yeah, it's a D+.
I get them keeping McDaniel. I just honestly don't understand why their defensive coordinator is getting head coach interviews. That's kind of my only comment.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Kind of weird.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's weird. All
right, moronic.
Next up, the New
Jets.
York Football Jets. 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 Okay.
Sound like
okay. You can't on the F. You can't give a F+ or a F-. I gave
give
them.
an F-.
I gave them just by my rule book. So I gave them a D-, and listen why. Okay, everything on the field this year was an F. They hired a defensive coordinator, and they are the only team in the last about 100 years to not get an interception.
They didn't have one.
They didn't get one.
They didn't get a single
How crazy is that?
interception.
How are they not an F?
Because here's what I will say.
Yeah, I'm very curious
Here's
to
what I
see
will say.
why they're not an F.
I love the things they did off the field this year. So off the field this year, they traded Quinnen Williams for a 1st and a 2nd round pick, and they traded Sauce Gardner for 2 first-round picks.
Okay,
I think those were great moves for the next
sure.
for the next QB coming in. Because also,
I agree.
They have the 2nd pick this year. They could go draft Dante Moore, who could be good. I don't know crap about him. Or they
Anybody could ruin him.
If
It's
he
the
goes
Jets.
to the Jets,
Yeah,
he's gonna.
but I was
suck.
gonna say,
he said he might stay at
or they
Oregon.
could, yeah,
I
or
would
they
if I
could
was
even,
him. I wouldn't go to the Jets.
or they could trade it back, or they could take another blue chip prospect. But the thing is, too, they have Garrett Wilson still, and he's already re-signed to a very good contract for him. And they also have 2 really promising tackles that they've drafted in the 1st round the last 2 years, and Fashanu and Mimbao. And so actually, I have a stat. So those 2 guys, they were one of the best tackle duos in the NFL the last 12 weeks. From week 17 to 18, they for pass blocking snaps, they were the 3rd best duo in the NFL, and over the entire season, they were the 6th best. And then also on defense, they still have Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson, who are decent little DNs to have. And my favorite thing about their team is honestly their punt returner, Isaiah Williams. Dude, he had 2 touchdown returns this year. He had a touchdown return last year that won Aaron Rodgers the only game that he played. That guy's a stud, and he needs to be on a team that can actually win games with him.
Yeah, you know what? Initially I would say that, but I actually respect your reasoning for giving them the D. For giving them the D.
I gave them a D, all right. The D-.
But yeah, it's like, like Miami. Like Miami's a team, you got a 5 and a 3. You should probably fold your hand, right? Miami's like, maybe we'll play the hand out. Jets, we got pocket 2s. We're going to fold the hand and punt on this and go to the next year and build for the future. And
know what you have.
They at least admitted that they're terrible and they're building for the future now.
And
they're...
Is it not a sign, though, that they quit on Aaron Glenn?
I'm sorry.
That was one thing
Aaron
I left
Glenn's
out.
the scapegoat. Sorry, Aaron Glenn. I think Aaron Glenn was hired for this reason, to be honest.
No,
anyways.
so that is my
Probably.
that's my one thing is they need They
But
should have
that's a
fired him.
bad
They
sign.
they should have fired him.
Like that team quit on that.
Well,
coach.
their ownership's been terrible forever, but I mean, at the very least, like I'm looking at
They
it,
got
if I'm a
enough
Jets,
ratings
if I'm a
over there.
Jets fan, I know the ownership's been asked forever, but at least I could be like, okay, maybe they're trying to look for the future now a little bit more instead of going and getting like Justin Fields. Instead, we're going to
the
try to
Sauce
compete.
Gardner trade was a heist.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and then I mean they got great value on Quinn.
Yeah, they
too.
did. They made some
Yeah.
moves that should help them a lot in the future. So I like that take.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, but let me just say again that one thing that I forgot is they need to fire Aaron Glenn this second.
Yeah, poor Aaron Glenn, but
Yeah,
Aaron,
I'm sorry, Aaron. You go back to Detroit, have fun.
just
with
do what
Dan.
Bob did. Bob went
I
to the
don't
Jets,
feel
got
bad.
fired. Now he's gonna get another go.
I don't
job.
feel bad for Aaron Glenn. He came in arrogant. He told Aaron Rodgers to pack his bags and wanted to give Justin Fields
Yeah,
20,
you know what,
20 million
that's,
a year.
yeah, that's
He can
pretty
go
bold.
kick rocks. Like the team quit on him. Like you can at least say that with Mike McDaniel. That team played for their coach.
Okay,
Like
And
this team literally was getting dumb. They got what did they lose to the
did you-
Bills? They
no,
lost 35-3 to Mitchell Trubisky.
okay, I will say
and
this.
That's horrible.
Aaron McDaniels is an elite play caller, which is like
The
like we
team
said.
was playing for him after they got their first win. I think week 7 and week 8. They were playing for him then. The Jets. You would have thought they won the Super Bowl after their first win. Did you see them celebrating
Yeah.
after their first win?
And then the next week they got like mauled.
Yeah,
and
no,
they
but-
kept getting
Yeah.
mauled.
No, Aaron Glenn, pack your bags. Go.
He
go,
needs
go,
to go.
Just go follow Bob Sala's book. You'll be fine.
All right, let's get to the most.
Lions, man.
Let's get to the North and the most consistently mediocre team we've probably ever seen in a 10-year span. The Pittsburgh.
Jason Garrett's Cowboys may have
Steelers.
something to say about that.
I don't think so, man. I think
Jay-
Mike
Jay
Tomlin,
Witt has something to say about
Tomlin
that.
from 2016 to now can take that cake. But they won the division. I mean, they won 10 games. Aaron Rodgers looked good in spots. He looked really good, actually, in the Ravens
At the
game.
end, yeah.
I'm going a B. I don't know what else to do. I think you could probably just give this team a B every single season for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
They're the exact same team over and over and over again. The one thing, though, that was a little odd about this season, that defense was not consistent. The defense was great in some games, and then they were really bad.
TJ went out
in
for
other
a
games.
bit, which definitely
TJ
affected
was
a little
out,
bit.
and I know that their record with TJ and without TJ is stark. Like it's like when like a team loses a quarterback.
Yeah.
But I like this team is just the most 8-8, 9-8 mediocre team in the world. They have DK Metcalf. He's the only realistically DK Metcalf is their only actual good skill position player. Jalen Warren is a number 2
Kenneth
running
Gainwell.
back. Kenneth Gainwell
Show
is
some
not
respect
a-
to Kenneth Gainwell.
Yes,
he's a very good pass catching back.
Yes, a pass catching back.
He's a good player.
He's a fine player. Kenneth Gainwell, but he's an RB2. You don't
Yeah,
want
he's a
Kenneth
specialist.
Gainwell.
So
Yeah,
you're
he's a
just
specialist.
so you're just gonna say that about Adam Thielen.
I am 100% going to
Okay,
say
Calvin
my
Austin.
only thing I'm going to say is
Calvin
if
Austin.
you're going to say the Panthers fell into an A, why not apply the same logic to the Steelers?
because the Steelers do this every year. The Steelers are used to
But they-
getting
but-
into the playoffs as a mediocre team. The Panthers.
Okay, I'm just
it's
okay.
Bryce
You
Young
keep
and
going,
the
keep going,
Panthers.
keep going.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's that much more to say about the Steelers.
No, there's not a lot to
It's the
say.
same story over and over again. It's a B, B minus, whatever you want to call it. It's them going 10-7, 9-8, squeaking into the playoffs and getting steamrolled, and it's what's going to happen in a few days.
All right, man. All right, just wait till Adam Thielen plays.
All right, next team up here, Baltimore Ravens. This is an F. I think
100%.
Yeah, when we talk about expectations, this I believe they were the Vegas favorites going in after the season of any team in the NFL to win the Super Bowl.
they were the Super Bowl favorite.
And
Who's gonna be their
I know
coach?
Lamar got hurt, but you got to deal with adversity. Every team deals with this shit, and it looked good for a minute. Tyler Huntley came in. They beat the Chicago Bears. We thought they'd put it back on track, and then we saw late in the season them drop a game to Cincy, and then not one but two to the team you had just mentioned, Aaron Rodgers. I don't know why Aaron Rodgers in the Steelers uniform reminds me of a pirate, but they lost to pirate Aaron Rodgers in the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Set the sails.
Marlon Humphrey was terrible this year. They need help at receiver badly. Derrick Henry was their kind of one shining light on offense. The offensive line's deteriorated. It doesn't look very good anymore. And outside of Kyle Hamilton and Roquan Smith, the defense at this point is pretty bad. They were bottom 3 in sacks. John Harbaugh, great run. Probably time to hang it up there. I know they fired him today, but whoever they get in next, this guy has some big shoes to fill because, I mean, this team's going to come back in with expectations once again. And it's all going to be on Lamar Jackson. And if Lamar can stay healthy and take that next step, I don't know if he ever will. I mean, I know he was playing hurt a lot of this season, but, I mean, that's what happens when the first 5 years of your career, you're the most rushing quarterback in the league, and you do not slide, and you take hit after hit after hit. This shit adds up, and we're seeing it happen in full time right now.
Okay.
This team fell completely short. The roster's getting old. Mark Andrews is a shell of himself. I mean, and outside of Zay Flowers, I mean, they got a bag of dicks at receivers. Rashad Bateman's got to go. They got to get some real help at the
Mark
receiver
Andrews
position.
is a shell of what he used to be.
It's also like what you said. Like, all right, if you're actually like a well-run team, and all right, Lamar Jackson, if he's gonna go down for a game, let's get a quarterback that can match his skill set. Cooper Rush. Let's get Cooper Rush. Like, what the hell?
In their
was that
defense,
move?
they did like pivot from that quick.
They did.
Okay,
They
good.
pivoted to
I
Tyler
don't even
quickly.
like, for me, like, my grade for them, it's not even like the quarterback thing. It's the last 5 weeks, like losing that game to Joe Burrow and then both of the games to Pittsburgh. If they win the game against Pittsburgh, we're talking about everything different because we're now convincing ourselves, they could go make a run in the AFC.
Anytime you have Lamar Jackson,
and then it could change Lamar's career. John Harbaugh could still be having a job in Baltimore, but that's a playoff game you lost.
And
a few
also,
nights
dude,
ago.
like, if you
So-
even include Lamar's injury, they've had as many, like, maybe even fewer injuries than like every other team in the league the last couple of years. You know, like,
Yeah, they've
they're a
stayed
very
healthy.
healthy team. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can't count that for the.
But kind of like
woes,
Buffalo, they're getting older, and it seems their window's closing. So
the difference between them and Buffalo is they actually have a good front office. I think
They have a
Like,
good
they do.
roster.
They do.
they have a good roster.
their
It just
roster's
didn't
not
play up
their
to
roster though.
yeah.
It's deteriorating quick, man. It's not the roster they had a few years ago.
It's a pretty good roster.
They got
And
some
on-
young promising
and
guys.
they
like
hit on some draft picks, too.
Justin Matabuki was out literally all last year. That guy's like he makes like over $30 million a year.
But yeah,
He's insane.
they got to they got to add in the trenches, and they got to add a receiver.
Yeah.
I will say, is this probably when was the last time a job opening was this good for a head coach?
I don't know. 'Cause
Falcons this year?
QBs like
No, I'm
this
kidding.
normally don't have head coach openings. So
Like, I mean, you have a chance to get Lamar Jackson at 29 years old. Like, that's got to be the best head coach opening. So maybe like Matt LaFleur in the Packers.
I was gonna say when McCarthy got fired.
Yeah, like I
it's
mean,
a good one.
That's the only thing I can think of. Like, this honestly makes me think like all these coaches who have like re-upped their contracts, like Kurt Signetti. Like, you think if the Ravens call Kurt Signetti, he's not going to answer the phone?
No, you will.
Like we're talking about a blue chip Hall of Fame lock at quarterback in his prime, with still a good roster around him in the end. Like,
Is he in his prime?
he's 29. He's technically in his prime. He's a running quarterback though, and
He's probably
Hey,
more of like a 33 based
I
on
will
his wear and
say
tear.
there are some pretty scary stats about
there are.
running quarterbacks hitting that like 30-year-old mark.
Well, and that's
But
the thing. We talked about this years ago, like how, and it was Brophy, the one who pointed more than anyone, that he needs to not take these hits. And that's why, like, we talk Commanders, I know it's off topic, but Jay Daniels needs to watch that and learn from that.
he's like a human helicopter.
You don't want to be RG3, man. All right, I can move us on to the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals. So I gave them a C. I didn't have much expectation for this year. If they were going to do anything,
I did.
I mean, my thing was if they were going to do anything, it was going to be on the shoulders of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. And when Joe Burrow went out for like 8 weeks, that just totally derailed everything. So,
Yeah, what happened to Jake Browning? I thought he was a competent backup.
yeah,
That
right.
turns out
And
he's
so
terrible.
I was going to
Really
give him
working at
I was going to
Wells
give him a
Fargo
C
now.
minus, but
Get that
I-
LinkedIn ready, son.
But I gave him a little bit of grace because of the Burrow injury. But, I mean, in reality, this is a 3 or 4 win team just held together by 3 or 4 elite players. Like, they are so terrible on so many spots. Like, their offensive line, I will say, did improve a little bit. They got Amarius Mims, Ratledge, Dalton Rasdun or some guy. The O-line improved throughout the year, and Burrow was a little more protected when he came back. And, I mean, Chase Brown's good when you have Joe Burrow, but that defense was so atrocious. I mean, they got Dax Hill. They got a couple guys in the secondary, honestly, that are decent.
They got.
young.
I don't care who they got. That
Yeah.
defense. It's
But
horrible.
also,
It's like Dallas.
their 2 best defenders this year were probably Dax Hill and DJ Turner, and they're both in contract years. So, yeah, you got to go pay both of them.
And they're cheap as hell, so they probably won't.
And then, like, Shamar Stewart showed a little bit of promise, but this was just you're just hoping on offense for this team, and you didn't have that for about 8-9 weeks without Burrow. So.
I understand that like Burrow got hurt, and it's hard to like give them a D or an F when like your quarterback goes down.
But
for
I also
8 to 10 weeks. But at the same time,
I expect their
it's
front
getting-
office to be bad.
This
though.
same
Yeah.
story's getting pretty
Yeah.
tiring. Like, it's the
Yeah.
same thing over and over again. They're cheap. They don't pay their players. They get in contract
They need to get rid of
disputes.
Zach Taylor.
Joe Burrow
Yes,
gets beat to
yes.
crap. Their coach is not good. Like, it's the same story over and over again, expecting a different result. And like, I want to give them like a D, just because I'm just tired of this same crap that they keep putting out to us every year, and then they sell us this make-believe story how Joe Burrow is like and he can be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. We've seen it, and I think he is when he's healthy. But this team is not built to be a contender, and Joe Burrow cannot stay healthy.
Yeah.
It's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I just gave him a C instead of D because
Yeah,
the Burrow
Joe
injury.
Burrow-
I
agree.
get it, yeah.
Joe Burrow is Matt. He's going to have Matthew Stafford's career.
I agree completely, and I bet he ends up going to the Rams.
Oh, that would be sick. Honestly.
No, I've heard that. I've heard that theory that they're going to trade like 4 first-round picks.
When Stafford's gone.
Well, like, think if they win the Super, like, I mean, Stafford probably won't retire, but like,
Yeah.
win the Super Bowl, retire, trade 4 first.
Maybe in like 2
because
years.
they have the Falcons pick
Yeah.
too. They've got 2 this year.
All right, Buzzsaw, you got the Browns.
Oh, good old Cleveland and shit there. Cleveland, they won 5 games. They just had the best player maybe in their franchise history, other than Jim Brown and Joe Thomas, break an all-time record in the NFL. They had a quarterback who showed some flashes in Shador, not enough to probably be a bona fide starter for next season, but he showed that Titans game. He was fantastic.
That's how you know it's bad. We're going to say that one Titans game.
He threw for
Have you seen his
300. He threw
rankings
for
and all his stats?
350
Oh
yards
my-
and had 4 total touchdowns.
What did he do in the rest of the game?
Not great.
He's
But
ranked like 30th. In
All
per
of
game
that
and
taken
everything.
under consideration, I'm going D plus because it's not like anybody expected the Browns to be a playoff team this year. They won 5 games. Their over/under was probably about 4.5.
They had a great draft class.
Like,
Yeah, I
their
think
draft
that's
is
the-
loaded.
that's the highlight of their
They're going to
season.
have the defensive rookie of the year on their team. Like, they've got a ton of young talent. Quinshon Judkins looks like a stud. Mason Graham looks great.
Harold Fannin.
That trade for Travis Hunter looks better every day. Front office had a great year. So this team didn't have a lot of expectations. They had some high moments with Shador's one great
This
game.
was a good year for
Myles
Deshaun
Garrett
Watson,
sack.
too.
Like, I think it's a D plus.
You know, Deshaun wasn't in the news this year.
I think you can make the argument that they're like a C minus. Just like their rookie class looks to be an all time rookie class.
It looks awesome.
with Mason Graham, Kyle Schwarzer. I don't even know how to say his last name. Fannin, Judkins. Shador. I mean, it has the potential to be.
They're
all-time
just
class.
so hamstrung by quarterback.
Yeah, well, they need help at receiver. I mean, Jerry
ton of help.
Judy and the bag of Doritos they have out there. And
Yeah,
Isaiah
it's
Bond ain't
horrible.
going to do it. All right, next division.
Hey,
we
Jerry
got
Judy's
here.
solid for fantasy some games.
Some games. We got the AFC South. I got the Jags here. It's an A. They obviously found their guy in Liam Cohen. Trevor Lawrence probably has had the best season that he's ever had in the last 8 weeks. He's looked like a perennial MVP kind of guy. Their defense was top 10 in scoring. Their receiver, the fact that their offense did this and their receiving corps led the league in drops by a pretty good margin just shows how good Cohen is and how good Trevor Lawrence has played. Travis Etienne looks to be like the back we thought he was going to be a few years ago. He popped off this year. The O-line held up pretty well. And it's an A. I mean, it all boils down to Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence. And they're the hottest team in the league right now. They've won 8 straight. And, again, they were a team that was probably an 8-win team, frisky wild card team maybe, and they went out. And really, that past 8 weeks, they might be the best team in football. So I don't want to do an A-plus just yet because in my mind, an A-plus is like a Seattle, a team that I think is like actually dominant. I don't think Jacksonville's there yet.
I mean, they've been dominant.
They have been, but in my mind, if you're an A plus, you got to be dominant all year. And Seattle was dominant all year. Jacksonville has been great this season, but Jacksonville's still like. I don't know. I still don't really believe. I need to go see Trevor Lawrence win a playoff game before I really want to put them in as like an elite team.
He did.
Or my bad.
They came back
my
against
bad.
the Chargers.
And he threw 4 picks in that game.
But he led a great comeback.
He still threw 4 interceptions.
I know, but he led one of the greatest comebacks.
I know, but
in NFL history.
he was the reason.
guy.
He was the reason if he throws 1 pick, they win that game handily. Though, you know what I'm saying? Like he was the reason.
Vibes change.
He
the
dug.
team
He
doesn't
dug
rally
the
like
hole.
It did.
He dug the hole,
but he got out.
He got got out, but he did dig a massive hole. But I need to go see Liam Cohen, first year head coach, and Trevor Lawrence back in the. I need to go see him do it. But for regular season, it's an A, solid A.
I agree with you completely. So I have two things mainly. It's one, when they added Jacoby Myers, that offense took another level up. It's like they finally
he's
had
their best receiver right now.
Yeah, they're like no.
Well,
that
I
knows
think
how to-
Parker Washington might have something to say.
No. He's good, dude. He's
Parker
really good.
Washington, I think, has led the team in receiving yards like these.
He might,
games.
but
him or Britton Strange.
But yeah, no. So like, I mean,
Nah, it's not true.
yeah. So
It's not
Jacoby,
But he's great, too.
he just
I love Strange. You're welcome for that keeper.
Jacoby did a great
He'll
job.
find his way in the waiver wire real quick. You guys.
All right. Jacoby did a great job filling out that skill position group on offense. Seems like I don't even know anything about their line, but it seems like it stays intact this year. They got one guy that's apparently been playing like guard, tackle, and center, and they just signed him to like a $15 million a year contract. But Brian Thomas sucked, but every single other player than Brian Thomas that they've drafted high,
Travis Hunter.
it seems like Liam Cohen took him to another level. Like Trayvon Walker, Devin Lloyd, both of those guys looked. And then obviously Josh Allen's been like an all-pro kind of player. But having those three guys on your defense, and then Travis Hunter when he comes back, they are so set for the future, man. Even though they're missing a couple picks from that Travis Hunter trade.
Let's say, are we sure about Travis Hunter? I think I'm leaning completely.
Well, we haven't seen enough. He's barely fucking playing.
He was a bad corner. And he was a bad receiver.
I think he'll be fine. He's such a good athlete, but it doesn't even matter. They didn't have him for any of the games that they were insane. Yeah.
All right, Houston, who's got him?
I do. All right, I gave the Texans an A-. So the Texans and the defense the Texans and the Seahawks, in my opinion, have easily the two best defenses in the NFL, and I think I would lean to the Texans slightly.
The number one defense.
Yeah, so they were the number one scoring defense in pretty much every stat. I mean, Stingley, Kamari Lassiter, and Jalen Petrie all had 14 sacks. Danielle Hunter had 15 sacks. Will Anderson had 12 sacks. Al Sharir and Henry Oto'o, they both each had like 100 tackles and like 2 like turnovers each, or like 3. One of them had like 3.5 sacks. The other one had like 2 turnovers. Like every single level of their defense was producing like crazy, and that defense scares the absolute shit out of me. Their offense, their O-line improved a lot from last year. CJ Stroud took a step back last year, but I think he took a little step forward this year. And then it's always great having Nico Collins. They just kind of suck in the run game. It's like their offense is kind of like a Broncos light, where they spread the ball out a shitload, but no one really shines. But I mean, this season was all about their defense, and D'Amico Ryan's running that unit. I mean
their defense is historic.
It made me I have Myles Garrett as my defensive player of the year favorite unanimously, obviously, but I think Will Anderson, just I don't know what it is, but every defense he was on at Bama and not every defense he's on in the Texans is just insane. So I'd put him at the second for that. But
I completely agree with all that.
Yeah, the Texans have been awesome all year. I mean, Stingley's arguably the best corner. They've got probably the best pass rushing duo.
And I think
Algier looks, I mean, like he hits like fucking Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude's a stud. And the other thing is, like, Stroud, he's hit or miss during the regular season.
I think it's good that their offensive coordinator regressed last year, so they got to keep him for this year.
Yeah, but I trust Stroud in the playoffs. Like, I think the Texans...
He's good.
If I had to pick the team out of the AFC, I think I'd probably pick the Texans.
Yeah.
Because I know defense travels. They can run the ball to some degree.
They can't run much.
I mean, they can run it a little bit.
I think that's their biggest weakness.
I trust Stroud and I trust D'Amico Ryans. Like, defense, quarterback, coach.
Let's be real. It's all the defense.
I think it's Stroud.
But I would say Stroud's incredibly reliable.
Bo Nix or Stroud?
I'd rather have Stroud, but I'm just saying if this team makes a run, it's because of the defense.
Yeah,
it's gonna be because of Stroud too. Stroud is gonna have to make big plays, but I trust Stroud to do that.
That's what. Okay, think about it like them versus the Seahawks. Like, I think Stroud is way more reliable than Darnold, but they have a very similar structure around that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but
defensive-minded
Seattle-
coach, insane defense.
Seattle's
O-line's a lot better.
and
but-
Seattle
and they
can
have better weapons.
Seattle
yeah.
can run the ball to a
But
T.
that's what
Seattle's
I'm saying.
a fantastic running team.
It's just like if it comes down to one drive, I would rather have CJ running it than
yes,
Darnold.
but I think I mean
But yeah, no, yes, but hey, CJ's won a playoff game both years he's been to it.
yeah.
Yep. All right, let's get to the Colts. This has got to be one of the hardest teams to grade this year. I mean, if you want to grade them from week 1 to week 9, 10,
Yeah.
it's an A+.
Yeah.
If you grade them from week 10, 11 to week 18, it's an F.
It's Phillip Rivers. That's
Yeah, I mean, it's just a Phillip Rivers sob story for his high school kids. Like, I mean, that's really what it is.
You kids don't
Honestly,
be afraid to do anything.
It's literally like a Hallmark movie. The second half of the year, it's just like it's a
Hallmark
feel
movie.
good story. The second half of the year,
But why-
it got so bad.
Why did they play him in the game they were already out of the playoffs?
it literally got? No, they played Riley Leonard.
No, not the game before it.
Oh
No, 'cause
Well, no, they weren't.
They still had like a
weren't.
1%
They still had a
chance.
shot. They still had a shot.
That's perfect.
Whoop-de-doo.
It literally was a Hallmark movie.
I'm sorry, keep
so
going, keep going.
like if you take both ends of the spectrum, I think it's just a perfect C.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what else to do with it. It's an A+.
And they traded
and an
their
F.
first round picks.
Like you had the awesome little story with Phillip Rivers. We had a 9-week run where we thought Jonathan Taylor was like the second coming of Jim Brown. We had the Danny Dimes revival story. Like we had them going all in on Sauce Gardner. Like we're gonna make the Super Bowl this year, and then it all just fucking goes.
Dude, right when they made that sauce trade,
It just
everything just
torpedoed.
shat
It
back
torpedoed.
right in their face.
And the only thing, like, I've heard some people say it's like, oh well, Danny Dimes got hurt. I think this was coming, no matter what.
You know?
I think this collapse. That schedule was so hard at the end of the year. I think that Colts, whether Danny Dimes was in or not, would have been this bad.
You know what's so
Maybe not this
funny is
bad, but
like after they were like 8-1 or whatever, they would always show Ursay's daughter on
the
the
daughter
side. They'd be
like sitting there with
God,
the mic.
like Ursay would be so proud of his daughter and this
Yeah.
Colts team, and then by week 18, she's really just like,
just
fucking kill me.
Screaming in Steichen's ear, you dumb shit.
he said, "We need fucking Jeff Saturday down here."
yeah. I think that you Philip Hallmark movie. I think just Hallmark movie in general that's the great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just it was a feel good story.
The
at
first
end
half of the year, we're watching Friday Night Lights. Second half of the
Yeah.
year, we're watching Longest Yard.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, last team in this division, Titans. This is a straight up F. This is I think it's the worst F than the Cardinals. I will say Cam Ward statistically in his production was really bad, but
He passed the eye test.
he did pass the eye test.
Did he?
Yes.
It wasn't consistent by any means of the imagination, but there were moments where you saw the talent that made him go one, where Cam Ward made big time plays to nothing. I mean, Calvin Ridley had one good game. Shout out myself and anyone that flipped him in fantasy after that one good game. That was the perfect sell high opportunity. But after that, it was Aliko Ayomanor and Shamir Dyke and, I mean, a bag of dicks at receiver.
Tyler
And they-
Lockett?
Shamani Dyke
and-
is one
and-
hell of a punt returner.
and he's a hell of a punter. He's not a good receiver, though. And the defense was terrible. I think their coach had the shortest tenure in NFL
lasted,
history.
like,
Lasted,
four
what,
games.
4 games?
Well, he was the coach last year.
No, they brought the guy they brought in was a new guy, and he coached 4 fucking
Mike
games.
McCoy?
No, Callahan.
No,
was the
Callahan
coach
was there
last
last year.
He was?
Yeah,
I
he
thought
was
he was
the
the
coach
new guy. Oh, well, my bad. Then I'm wrong on that.
But they fired him
But-
after like 3 games.
It's an F though, yeah. And
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't a Nathaniel
and if I'm
yeah.
the Titans, I don't really know where you go because they need help literally everywhere. Their O-line sucks. Their skill position sucks. Their defense sucks. I think you go to the draft and you just draft
Best
good players.
player, yeah.
I think your number player is getting Cam Ward a weapon to actually let him
Carnell Tate, yeah.
let him establish something, and then you cross your fingers and hope he progresses and hope to build on for the next few years. But for this season, it's an F. I mean, I don't think we got to talk much on it.
No,
I agree.
it's-
Cam Ward played better after Callahan was gone, but I mean, it didn't really
No,
matter. They were still
he
terrible.
was not consistent, but he did show flashes.
Yeah.
So all right, AFC West.
All right, I'll get us started with the Denver Broncos. The number 1 seed Broncos, I have given them an A. Not an A plus, an A. Their defense has been stout all year. Nick Bonito leads them with 14 sacks. They've been a top 5 defense all year in pretty much every category. The one downside of their defense, I will say, is Jahdae Barron has been a complete bust. They are playing
so
him.
much for my defensive rookie of the
Yeah,
year.
they're actually playing their first round cornerback on special teams at this point. So that's one thing that's really not going great for them this year. But
The rest of their defense looks amazing. Like Greenlaw's been a great addition. Huafunga's been a great addition. Zach Bryan. I mean, Cooper's been keeping it up alongside Benito on the D line. Zach Allen's still
Riley
great.
Moss when he's not.
Yeah, Riley Moss.
Flags
They
called on him.
have a great defense. It just sucks that their first round pick didn't pan out. But on the offensive side, Garrett Bowles has had a breakout year. Like he might earn first team All Pro honors as a left tackle. They have a lot of. It's kind of like I was saying with Texans. It's like but they're a little more different. Like they're a lot younger. They have a lot of like number 2 receivers kind of on their offense, but they have some guys that are exciting, like Pat Bryant that they drafted this year, and then like RJ Harvey's really exciting, but they don't pop or anything there because
Marvin Mims, another solid piece.
Marvin is
I
good.
think he's a good gadget guy.
He's
fine.
not. And Marvin's a
Troy Franklin showed.
Troy Franklin.
Exactly. And then you got Cortland Sutton. Like exactly, you got all these young, fast guys that are contributors. And Marvin Mims is a great returner too. But I mean, they spread the ball like crazy. They had 6 guys with over 30 receptions and 2 guys with over 150 carries. But Bo Nix still finished with 3,900 yards. And then 25 touchdowns to 11 picks. It's just like there was nothing. They just were never something to really talk about. You know, like they were never in the headlines or anything, but they were always winning games. So that's why I gave them an A instead of A+ because of the Barron pick. And then they just were never like they were never popping that much. They were just kind of consistent.
Well, and they were always just coming back and winning these super close games. Whether they were playing a great team or a horrible team. They were down, 19, 18 points to the Giants with like 7 minutes left in that game.
Yeah. Like
every game was close, no matter who they played. It was kind of like sort of similar to the Chiefs last year, except they had Bo Nix instead of Patrick Mahomes. But like it was the same kind of style of like just get by. Get by.
And one thing too is like I was reading and also from watching that like Sean Payton had Bo Nix just like sitting in the pocket every play, like never escaping. And it kind of hurt their offense a little bit because Bo Nix is fast and that's one of his traits.
He's a great athlete.
But I guarantee you
Probably
that
his
will
best
help
trait.
his development tremendously for the future.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I have to say on them.
All right, next up, I think we got the
Chargers.
Chargers, yep.
This is another tough one to grade. I mean, like the Chargers were coming into last week. If they had played Herbert, I think they would have won that game. Bo Nix barely outplayed Trey Lance, and they would have been 12-5. At the same time, since all their injuries in like week 4 or 5, like, did you guys feel like they were a great team?
No,
Like,
no.
I think all year, like since Alt and Slater went down, it was kind of like, they're okay.
No one on their team lived up to the hype.
Not really. Like Omarion got hurt. Like they dealt with a lot of injuries. They still won 11. They still went 11-6. I went with a B.
That's I think that's
And they're the 7 seed. You know, I think they probably would have won 12 games if
They
they had played
also
their guys. But
deal with an insane amount of injuries every year.
it's those
also-
hardball practices. Man.
I think that
Even
for
before
them,
Harbaugh.
it's Jesse Minter and their defense.
100%.
Like they don't even have a lot of big.
100%.
They have Derwin James, Khalil Mack, and then that like Samoan guy. But Jesse Minter now getting head coaching jobs. Like the defense was nails all year.
It was awesome.
So-
It was fantastic.
Who's
And
that?
Herbert Herbert was
at the end.
Yeah, that's what, I forgot his name.
And Herbert was awesome all year with all the injuries to all the skill positions,
Their
the
O-line
offensive
was
line.
bad.
He was fantastic. But the thing also with them is it doesn't really matter until we get to the playoffs. Like we've seen it with Justin Herbert now plenty of times. Like they can go 13-3. You're not trusting them until they win a playoff game.
That's it for them. It's a playoff team. We don't really
Yeah.
care about the regular season. All right, Kansas City Chiefs. This is an F. Silver lining, their defense was top 6 this year in scoring. So the defense actually started off kind of bad. They clamped it down later in the season. But when you lose your star quarterback to an ACL, you're the Super Bowl one of the Super Bowl favorites. You win 6 games. Your players on offense don't really pop off. Xavier Worthy looks like an injury prone.
Rasheed Rice might have another case on his hands.
Rasheed Rice,
Yep.
yeah, and Rasheed Rice went down too. And I think Rasheed Rice is overrated. Kelsey took a step back. The offensive line as a whole took a step back. This is
They
an
have
F.
zero running
It's an
game.
F. If you lose, for me, it's as simple as if you lose Patrick Mahomes for a season, I don't really care what anyone else does. It's an F. That's as bad as it fucking gets. Like,
I mean, it was a total year from hell.
yeah,
for the
a year
Chiefs.
from hell, and
It
they
was a year from
were
hell.
more than due for one of these years.
Yeah.
So I'm confident they'll still be able to bounce back when he comes back. And,
Yeah, I mean,
and
all
figure
those,
it out. But
they've had like 4 seasons in a row where they play like at least 2 or 3 more
Yes,
games.
they,
than
they
every
were
other
they
team.
were due
Yeah.
for this season.
Yeah.
If anyone was due, it was them. So
Yeah, I agree. Did they have any like promising young players or anything like anything you find? Because it seems
No.
like to me they just because they haven't had a good draft in like 3 years. Honestly,
no, I didn't really look too much into this
Their
one
last good draft,
specifically.
their last good draft pick
Um,
was Trey McDuffie, and then they took that O tackle from Ohio State this year, and that's been
Yeah,
it.
This one for me, it's when Mahomes goes down. I don't really care what else happens.
right.
So
Well, I'll go on to the next, last and definitely least, the Las Vegas Raiders. They earned my one and only F. The Raiders were abysmal this year. You know, my first thought is just, it was funny when every single team came to play the Cowboys this year, because we are Cowboys fans and we watch the Cowboys. Every single team's quarterback went off, except for the Raiders. Because they were so damn awful.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're horrible.
They took Granddad out of retirement. My granddad has been retired for 50 years, and they took him out of retirement and made him the head coach and renamed him Pete
I
Carroll.
think Granddad might have done better.
I
Hey, that
literally,
week 1 win against Patriots, though, they were live.
it makes no sense what they are doing. They should have cut their ties early, like the New York Jets. They would have got a D- if they would have traded Max Crosby earlier and loaded up on draft picks. I mean, talking about the Jets, how do you have a worse record than Aaron Glenn's New York Jets with Justin Fields as a quarterback? I mean, that is actually insane. It's pretty hard to do, Granddad.
When Geno Smith's your quarterback.
Yeah, well, you know, also
when
they,
we also
they
have the
were
worst offensive line in history.
yeah, they were 29th in defensive points per game and 30th on offense. So they were just completely all around bad. Yeah, like we said, it's like my 4-year-old self running a Fortune 500 company or something. I have no idea what they're doing.
I think
But-
you or Granddad would have been better as just a puppet behind the scenes than just
Yeah.
letting the players figure it out. Than what
Maybe,
Pete
maybe
Carroll
if we
did.
just had a
Yeah.
scale and it just depended on how much I shat on it every day that made the decision, that might work out better. But, I mean, hey, they're going to get Fernando Mendoza with the 1 pick. They should trade Max Crosby to get more pieces. And they still have G&T and Bowers for next season. So that's some optimism. They also had a 3rd-round corner, Darian Porter, had a kind of a breakout year as a rookie. But other than that, man, I'm sorry, Raiders fans. Just
You're getting the 1 pick though.
wipe your
Yeah.
tears. Say hello.
Go buy a Fernando Mendoza jersey.
Say hello to your new favorite autistic quarterback.
Vegas would turn him into a fucking gambling.
Oh my
degenerate.
God.
yeah.
He goes
He's gonna
from
be-
choir
dude,
boy to coach.
His
fucking
autistic
gambler.
ass is gonna be counting cards like crazy.
Let's hope he's not Jamarcus Russell.
But yeah, F
All right.
minus if possible. But
All right, this is NFL Guess Who. We all obviously got 3 players on our heads. I'll kick us off. Is my player on offense?
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
is my player.
These are all NFL players, right?
Are they related anyway?
No, these are all random players.
Is my player the same position as his?
As Cole's?
As yours?
As mine?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that would have been helpful.
Yeah, I don't know why you that was a.
Does my guy
I hadn't thought about it that hard.
Yeah, I was going to say, that would have been a steal.
Yeah, you're
for
helping
me.
him out.
Yeah. Does my guy play in the AFC?
No.
Okay.
Okay, is my guy is he a skill position guy?
He is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is my guy on offense?
Yeah.
He is. Does my guy play the receiver or tight end position?
Yes.
He does. He does.
Yeah, my first question was stupid now.
All right, so I got offensive skill. Is he a wideout?
Is yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is mine a skill position?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is my guy on a playoff team? In the NFC?
Nope.
No.
Nope. They missed it. All right, I got offense, skill, receiver. Okay, is my guy in the NFC?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Is my guy a running back?
Yes.
Does my guy play in the NFC South?
No. Okay, is my guy in the AFC North?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Is my guy in the NFC?
No. Does my guy play receiver?
Yeah. All right, so we're not in the North. Are we in the South?
Not in the South.
No, shit.
Is mine in the AFC North?
Yeah. Is my guy in the...
Hey, sorry. That's the Steelers division, right?
Yes. Is my guy in the NFC East?
No.
Ah,
No.
all right.
Okay, so we're all down to divisions here. Okay, is my guy in the AFC East?
No.
Okay, well there's only one more.
Is my guy's team color one of the main colors orange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good question there.
Does my guy play on the Lions?
No.
No.
All right. I'm down to 2.
All right. Am I on the Chiefs?
No.
Shit.
Am I Chase Brown?
No.
Am I Jordan Addison?
Nope.
Oh, I thought I was going to pull a snag there.
All right. Am I Sutton?
No.
No. Shit.
Am I Judkins?
Nope.
Nope. Does my guy play on the Cardinals?
No.
Okay, he's a Viking, and he's a receiver.
Am I on the Chargers?
You are on the Chargers.
Okay. Let's go.
Y'all gave me a backup.
We might have not. I don't know. I didn't make these.
What?
Berger made
You
these.
keep guessing.
How am I supposed to know? That's
Please.
Wait, none of these guys are like retired, right?
No, they're all active.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
It's back to you.
no. It's still my turn.
Yeah, it's Luke's.
Jerome Ford.
Nope.
Okay, I got a receiver on the Vikings. It's not Addison. Is it just the obvious? Is it Justin Jefferson?
It is Justin Jefferson. There you
Boom,
go.
baby.
All right, you take the cake there.
Let's go.
All right, Mike Keenan Allen.
Nope.
My Samaje Perine.
You
are
are
Samaje Perine.
Samaje. That a boy.
So am I lad?
You're lad.
Fuck. All right.
Yep.
I got screwed on that one. Does my guy play offense?
He does. Is my guy in the AFC?
No.
No. Is my guy white?
No.
No.
Is
That's
my
a bone pull right there.
is my guy white?
Yeah.
He is white. That's a great pull.
He's probably not a running back.
Could be Will Shipley.
Does my guy play running back?
No. Is my guy a QB?
Nope.
Is my guy a QB?
He is. Is my guy on a playoff team?
Hell no.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. Is my guy offense?
Yeah. Is my guy in the NFC?
No.
No. Does my guy play quarterback?
No. Okay. Am I tight end?
Nope.
No.
Am I in the AFC? Which one's the one with the Chiefs?
The West.
Am I in the AFC West?
No.
Am I in the NFC South?
No. All right. Am I in the NFC? I should have probably asked that earlier.
Yeah.
Before skin color, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Am I in the NFC North?
You are.
That's the same division I was
Again.
last time, right?
Yep.
okay.
Am I in the NFC East?
You are.
Ooh.
You are in the NFC East. Okay. Am I in the NFC South?
You are.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Am I currently a starter?
No. NFC.
Does my guy play receiver?
No. Is my guy a running back?
Yep.
No.
Is one of my team main colors orange?
It is.
Is my guy tied in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he is. Am I a wideout?
You are.
Am I Joe Flacco?
You are not.
You're not the Flack attack.
So that rules out the Bengals.
So let's see. South, I got Falcons, Saints, Bucks.
Am I
and
Jake
Panthers.
Ferguson?
No.
Shit.
Bucks and Panthers. Okay, is my guy a rookie receiver?
No.
Am I Dylan Gabriel?
You are not.
No.
Nope.
Oh, is it you? Might be.
Wait, how?
Do I play on the? Well, am I Zach Ertz?
Nope.
What?
Am I on the Saints?
You are.
Ooh.
Hang on. Y'all said I'm a backup for either the Browns or the Bengals. I named both their backup quarterbacks.
They have more than one backup potentially.
Am I Deshaun Watson?
No.
Yep. Am I Theo Johnson?
You are Theo Johnson.
Boom, baby.
Am I Chris Olave?
You are Chris Olave.
Let's go.
Luke, you were.
Oh, no, let him just keep guessing.
I don't even know. I named all the quarterbacks I know.
You're forgetting one.
Kenny Pickett.
Yep.
Nope. Keep swinging. You just want us to tell you?
Sure.
You're Jake Browning. All right, this is NFL Wavelength. We're trying to guess 1 of 100. We got 3 rounds. Who's ever hosting, I'll host first. I'm going to give you a quarterback, running back, receiver, and tight end. You have to guess which number I pick out of 100 based off these players. Y'all ready?
First guy, quarterback, Sammy Darnold.
Man,
60?
he's like right in the middle for me. I'd
Are
say
you closer to 50?
I would say right like 55 feels
Okay.
about right, like slightly above average.
I'm 55 to 60.
Like they got 14 wins, but it's not really
It's
due
not
to him.
because of him.
No.
All right, next guy, DeAndre Swift.
He feels
That feels right in line.
right above it, like 58 maybe,
Yeah.
high 50s.
I like 58.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Feels good.
All right, wide receiver, I'm going to go Rome O'Dunes.
He feels a
Odunze.
little bit higher.
I was going to say
Not a lot.
that feels closer to 60.
Yeah, I'm maybe.
I mean, we're already at 58. So maybe, is he coming up to like 61?
I was thinking 61.
Let's go 61.
Because Rome, like even 61 is still just like a little bit above average, and Rome's definitely better than average.
For sure.
I think Rome honestly could be even higher than 61, but based off these others, I think low 60s feels good.
All right, my last guy, Colston Loveland.
We're going full Bears here, aren't we?
I didn't even realize that because I actually changed my receiver based off what y'all were saying.
That's why I feel like you have to do this off the cuff, because you got to try to bring people up and down.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I kept Loveland. I can give you another tight end.
No,
so I
that's
don't know
fine if that's
players.
what you want to roll.
I mean, I think when we normally do these, we try
I
to
didn't-
ignore the tight end kind of, right?
I didn't realize that I was doing all Bears right there though.
It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
I kind of like 59.
I'm above 60.
You are?
Dude, Loveland's good.
Yeah. Should
Like,
we just-
I'm now at like,
are you above a 61?
I think so. I think I'm at like a 63.
How about we meet in the middle at 62?
I'm fine with
We're
that.
gonna meet in the middle at 62.
Yeah, let's go 62.
That feels pretty good to me. We lock that in.
Yep. All right, Luke.
We're locking in 62.
Y'all were close. Y'all were about 5 off. The number it was 6-7.
Oh shit!
Oh, we were way high.
we were.
I'll
yeah,
save
or
that
you
number
were
to
way
when y'all would
high.
forget
Yeah.
it.
Damn.
For your quarterback, we're gonna give you a little Cooper Rush action.
Holy crap, we're bad. We're in the single digits.
I was gonna say like 8, 7.
Yeah, let's just go with 7.
What number is he?
I mean, dude, he could
He's
be
number 10.
Dude,
No,
he
we're
might
going
be.
then.
This could be 1. Like, we might be at a 1.
Nah, he would have given us like Nathan
how much-
Peterman. If we ever
It
get
has to be
one.
active, by the way.
Is there a worse
Oh.
quarterback than Cooper Rush?
Yeah, he was fine. He's won some games.
What do you want to go?
Let's go like 5 or 6, 7.
Let's do 6.
Yeah.
Let's go 6.
All right, you're running back. We're gonna go with Will Shipley.
Maybe 7.
I think that brings it up. But that's the thing, when we're this low, like...
He is a white running back.
Oh, God.
Let's go 7.
Okay.
Mate, we need Cole to bring us down or up.
Yeah, we need him to be able to telegraph something.
We
to us.
need an absolute
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
We're for sure in the single digits.
Oh, yeah,
we are
no
not
doubt.
hitting 10.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to have y'all make a play here.
I honestly think we're below 5. Like this, I think we're at like a 3.
My thing
or
is
a
just like
2.
neither of these guys like big fuck ups. Like if he said like something like Kadarius Toney, you know, or something.
But I don't
like
think
that,
he's active.
He's not. But like, you know, a guy that just fucks up like that. I'd be
Okay,
like,
okay, I got your receiver. Your wideout is Jalen Hyatt.
Bro, 2.
I think we're at like a 4.
I agree.
I think we're at 4.
Does how many? How
Bro,
many?
we
how
might
many career receptions does that guy have?
like 2.
Like,
Bro, we might be at like 1. Honestly,
all right,
this might be a 1.
We dropped it almost halfway from a 7 to a 4.
So what are y'all feeling right now?
A 4.
Okay.
Tight end.
All right, here we go. Your tight end, Luke, your favorite, Luke Schoonmaker.
It's a 1.
Scoon.
It's a 0 or a. I'd go. Can we go 0?
No, it's 1 through
It's
100.
a 1.
I honestly think it's 1. Dude, Schoonmaker's horrible.
He just named my least favorite player of all time.
I think it's a 1.
I think it's a 1.
Well, we're locking in
Look,
1.
dude. I actually hope Schoonmaker like gets in a car wreck.
It's going to be a 2.
I think I messed y'all up with Schoonmaker. We missed it. Y'all did have it though. It was a 4.
Ah!
Your quarterback. We're going to go with Drake May.
Ooh. Arguably the MVP right now, top 5 QB right now. I'm thinking like a 93, 92.
I was thinking because he's young. I was thinking 91 or 92.
Okay. That like 90 to 93.
Let's go 92,
right.
yeah.
I think he's definitely a 90.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
So we're between 90 and 93?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with Josh Jacobs.
I feel like he's bringing us down a little bit here.
I'm feeling 90.
I may feel like 88 though. I don't know. I feel
So
like Luke
88 to 90.
88 to 92.
Okay.
I think that we are still 4-point gap there.
88 to 92?
Yeah, that feels right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with... Let's go George Pickens.
Ooh, I think he's definitely bringing us down more.
I think it's like
I think like an 85.
I was gonna say 85 to 90.
Well, I don't think we're in the 90s. I really don't, because I don't even think Jacob's in the 90s, and I think he's brought us down every round since then.
I would go 85 to 89 because it's damn close.
Okay.
He was top 5 in receiving yards.
Yeah.
We're 85 to 89?
Yeah. It's probably like 87 if you were to take a mean here.
Let's go with George Kittle.
He's bringing us back up.
Shit, he's a top 3 yeah, he's bringing us back up. Are we at...
I want to go 92.
Is he... I don't think he'd put Jacobs at a 92 just because
I think he would.
I don't, because I don't think Luke's that high on Josh Jacobs, and I mean, Josh Jacobs is not a top 5 running back in the league. I think he's closer to 10 than he is 5, honestly, too.
You don't gotta be top 5 to be in the 90s. I think of it like a Madden rating almost.
Oh, I don't think of it like that at all. I think of it of like where you rank in your position. If if I think Jacobs is like the 7th best running back, I think he's like an 88.
So who do you think Luke has above Kittle?
McBride and Bowers. I think he might have Kittle actually at 2nd, or maybe even 1.
So what,
though.
90 or 91?
Maybe 92, because I think he likes Kittle a lot.
That's what I just said.
Okay, let's go 90. I don't think he has I don't think Pickens is a 92 or Jacobs, but
I'm
yeah.
cool with a 91 as well, but I wrote 92.
Do we go
from the start.
90? Do we just go round
I
it off
say
at
92 because that's what I wrote from the start. And last time we didn't do it, it screwed us.
Okay, I'll trust you. Let's go. Let's lock
92.
in 92.
We were close. The tight end screwed us up. We were at 88.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're doing NFL blind resumes. Here comes the first one. All right, so these two guys, they're both quarterbacks.
One of these is Aaron Rodgers. I guarantee it's one of them's Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, didn't he play in like every game?
He missed one or two. I know he missed one.
Wait, he did? Who started over him?
Didn't he miss the
Well, no, I'm trying to think now. Who played? Who's their backup?
Mason Rudolph?
Mason Rudolph played this year?
Yeah, he played one game, I know for sure. But you're right, I don't know if he played two.
23-6 feels safe for him. One of these because Jalen Hurts played in every game, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, except the last game. So he would have played 16
Because
games.
Jalen Hurts had 23 touchdowns, I think, and 6. Dude, I think the first one might be Jalen Hurts, but I don't think he missed 2 games.
No, he didn't.
I'm pretty fucking sure he had 23 touchdowns and 6 picks, though.
He played in 16, though. He played in every game except for the last game when Tanner McKee played. It's not Darnold.
God, their stats are.
Yeah,
It's not Purdy. It's not Stafford. It's no one in the West. It's not Dak because he played every game.
it's not Dart. It's not Hurts. It's not a Commander.
It's not Baker. He played in every game.
It's not Brisket.
It's not Bryce. It's not. It's not. It's.
It's not Shuck.
Is it Love?
Oh,
I think one of them's Love.
I think the one on the right. I think Love missed like 3 games.
Willis is. Yeah, I think Love is on the right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Dude,
Goff played in every game. No one on the Vikings, and Caleb played in every game. So it's not. I'm thinking Rodgers for the left, but I don't know if he missed 2. I know he missed 1. It's not a Bengal. It's not a Raven, and it's not a Brown. It's not Josh Allen. Is it Tua?
Did Tua play?
Tua missed.
Because Quinn started 3 games, I think. Or did Quinn start 2? I think Quinn started the last 3 games.
It could be
Shit,
Tua.
It could be Tua.
It's not a Jet.
It's not a Patriot.
It's not May. Did Stroud miss a game?
Yeah, actually, dude, the one on the right might be Stroud.
The right or the left?
He could be either. Stroud, because Davis Mills played a couple games.
That's right.
I think Stroud's
It's not a Colt. It's not Trevor Lawrence.
Dude, I think
It's not Cam.
I think the right is Love and the left is Stroud.
Hold on. What's the other one? Bo Nix, Herbert. Herbert played in every game except the last game, right?
Yeah.
And then Geno. It's not Geno. Geno threw like a million interceptions.
I'm thinking because I think Love. Actually, I think Mills played for like 3 weeks.
That's the thing. Mills played for a while.
Are we thinking Stroud's on the right and Love's on the left?
What's the other division we're missing?
I think
we hit them all.
Yeah, I think it's Stroud on the right with 14.
It's
and
Love, Tua, or Stroud. It's got it. Or Rod.
I think Rodgers played in like every game.
I think you're right.
I don't remember Mason Rudolph playing.
Mason Rudolph played in one game. I know he played in one game.
My guess is Stroud's on the right and Love's on the left.
Okay, Love did actually play the Bears game. That's the game he got hurt in.
Do they count that as a game? Like if he barely played?
Yeah. Because that's the game he got hurt in, and that was Christmas. And there were 2 games after that. So I think Love is on the left.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
And Stroud's on the right.
What about Tua? Tua probably threw more than 8 picks.
Yeah, I don't even think Tua got 23 touchdowns either. I think Tua had like 21 touchdowns.
So we think Love.
I'm pretty sure it's Love and Stroud. We might mix them, but
all right, yeah. Love is the first guy. CJ is the second guy.
Are y'all locking that in?
We're locking it in.
Okay. The guy on the left is Jordan Love.
Then let's go.
There we go.
The guy on the right is Jacoby Brisket.
Oh,
No
shit.
way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't realize he actually
he
played 14
14
games.
games.
Look, he has good stats too.
Yeah,
He
they're
was
not
great.
bad. I for some reason thought he played like 11 or 12 games.
It's so funny too. 'Cause
Wow.
You look at all their stats together. Jordan Love's QBR is like a 90 and Brisket's is like a 45. It doesn't make any sense. But like every other stat is like the same. Blind resumes. Try to guess this running back. Is that good?
Yeah. Okay, so they're damn near identical.
This is not easy.
Should I have made them more separate?
No.
Okay,
I think it's better like this.
It's not Javonte because Javonte had too many touchdowns.
I made sure not to. I'll tell you, I did not do Javonte.
It's not
'cause I knew y'all would
Javonte.
get him.
I don't think it's.
Is it? Could it be? It's not Saquon.
I'm pretty sure Saquon broke 1100, so I don't think it's Saquon.
And it's not a Giant.
It's not
or
a Commander.
Common. It's not a. It's not a Buccaneer.
It's not a.
Could one of
Saint.
them be Rico?
If one of them very well could be. We'll write his name down here.
Okay. It's not a Saint.
It's not a Falcon.
and it's not a Falcon. It's
not
not a Seahawk, is it? I think they're too split up.
No, it's not a Seahawk.
It's not McCaffrey.
It's not McCaffrey.
It's not a Cardinal, and it's
one of them could be Kyron.
yeah. One of them could be.
Okay, and then we got. Is it
And
one of
then-
them could be? It could be Swift.
Yep.
Could be Swift.
It's not Jacobs. He had too many touchdowns.
yeah, not Josh Jacobs.
It's not a Lion, and
It's not a Viking.
It's not a Viking. It's not Chase Brown. It's not Derrick Henry.
It's not Quinshawn
It's not Quinshawn, and it's not Warren or
Gainwell.
It's not JT. It's not Etienne. It's not
a Texan.
It's not a Texan, and it's definitely not.
No,
Wait,
it's not a Titan.
could Pollard? Pollard
Did he break it? Actually, he had that one game where he had like 200.
Yeah, I think one of them might be
it
Pollard.
could be. Yeah, it could be Tony.
I-
And then it's not a Chief.
No,
It's not a Charger.
It's not. It's a Bronco because
One
I
of
don't
these-
think I don't think JK eclipsed 1,000 in the 12 games he played. or
Did
whatever it
Genty
was.
eclipse 1,000?
Genty
No.
had 1,300 yards.
Okay, yeah.
Wait,
No, Genty had multiple receiving touchdowns.
okay. And then what's the other division we're missing? The East. It's not James Cook.
It's not.
It's not a Patriot.
No.
It's not
Not
A Chain.
Could it be? Could one of these be Brees? No, I think Brees did more on the receiving end than this.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, so we have Rico, Kyron, Swift, and Pollard. So now just fucking roll the dice on these.
I don't think it's Swift had a lot of touchdowns, didn't he?
I think he did.
So did Kyron.
Well, Blake Corum started vulturing all those touchdowns late.
Yeah.
I kind of like Rico and Tony.
I like Rico and Tony too.
I kind of like Rico on the right and Tony on the left. I
have it flopped.
You did Rico. You think?
I think the left is Pollard. Although 4.5 yards a carry seems pretty high for Pollard.
Actually, yeah, I
You know what I
forgot.
mean?
Yeah, I feel like he's in the threes.
Like he got so many carries. If Tony Pollard ran for 4.5 yards a carry,
I think the right could be Kyron, dude. I guess like Blake Corum had like 6 or 7 rushing touchdowns. He started late, like the last 6 weeks, he was getting a lot of the goal line work. And Stafford threw 46. There were only so many to go around. I don't think Kyron broke double-digit touchdowns.
But you only think he had 7?
I know
Total?
I know he caught it. I know Kyron. I remember him catching a touchdown one week. I don't remember Pollard or Rico. And
One of them is definitely Rico.
I think we put Rico on the left.
But dude, No, Rico had a receiving touchdown.
He did?
He did. Rico had a receiving touchdown.
Let's put Rico. Let's lock in Rico on the right side then.
Okay.
But then, yeah, like we said, the left 4.5 for Tony Pollard seems way too rich. But also, again, they were down in most. But I feel like that guy was churning out 20 carries for 70 yards in his sleep.
He had so many games where he had like 19 carries for 50 yards.
Unless there's someone we're forgetting.
I know Jalen Warren had a receiving touchdown. Wait, yeah, he did.
Could it be Saquon?
No. Saquon had more than 5 touchdowns.
I think.
What about Swift again?
I don't know. I think Swift caught one though. I'm pretty sure he had more than 5 total touchdowns.
I think so too. I honestly,
All right, we got to just pick someone
I
here.
I think Pollard.
Let's just lock in Tony. We got to pick
Yeah.
someone.
I'll
All right.
be shocked because that 4.5 would
Yeah.
be very impressive.
All right, we're going Tony Pollard on the left, and then Rico Dowdle on the right. We got it.
Y'all
Let's
hit that
go,
one on the
baby.
head.
Tony Pollard had 4.5 yards a
How
carry.
about those two former Cowboy running backs, huh? Blind resume, wide receivers. We got 2 receivers. They both got very similar stats, and we're going to find out if these 2 boys can guess them.
We'll see.
This is mid versus mid.
Literally 3 yards. That's the only difference. I think one of them's DK. Just off
Literally
the rip.
3 yards. Here's the
literally
difference in their
Yeah, like
season.
DK feels safe.
I'll tell you right now, too, their difference in targets was literally 4.
Yeah, that wouldn't help at all.
No.
Okay, DK Metcalf off the rip.
I don't. It's not a Bengal. Unless T.
I don't think he had 78 catches.
No. It's not a Brown. And it. Could it be Zay?
It could be.
One of them could be Zay.
It could be Zay.
Okay.
It's not a Bill. It's could one be
It could
Diggs.
be Diggs.
I feel like Diggs had more. Diggs had a few games where he had like 10 plus catches though.
He
But then
also had a
like-
lot of games where he had like 3 or
Yeah,
4.
it could be Stephon.
It's not. Yeah, not a Bill. God, it could be Waddle.
Yeah, Waddle feels right here. Shit, this is
And it's not a Jet, for sure.
no.
Okay, it's not a Tex. Could it be Nico? Did he miss too much time?
I think let's just keep him off. We're gonna have enough guys to pick
I'm just
from
gonna
here.
put him down just to be safe.
It's not a Jack? I don't think.
No, no one had 1,000 yards. On
No
the
one on no one on the
Jags.
Titans, and no
Colts.
one on the. Could it be Pittman? Feels like Pittman for one of
Could,
these.
could be Pittman.
Is that all the AFC guys, or do we?
Well, we've got the West, or yeah, it's not. I don't think Ladd had 1,000 yards.
I don't
did
either.
he?
I don't even think he had 7 touchdowns.
It's not a Chief. It's not a. Could it be Cortland Sutton?
Sutton could fit this bill.
And it's definitely not a Raider. Okay, that's the AFC.
All right,
Cowboys.
not a Cowboy.
Could it be CD?
No, he didn't have 7 touchdowns. He had like 4. It's not a Cowboy. It one of these could be maybe Debo.
Oh yeah, and or AJ Brown
Yeah.
or fucking Devontae Smith while we're at it.
Fuck. Do we have like 12 receivers? Okay. It's not a Giant.
No.
Or Wandale. No, I think Wandale had more than 78.
Yeah,
catches.
he had a ton of catches.
Okay, it's probably not a Niner. It's not a Ram. It's not a Seahawk. It's not a Cardinal. Yeah, no, it's not a Cardinal.
It's not Abuka.
No,
Because Abuka only had 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't-
saw that today.
I don't think it's.
What about Tet?
No, I saw today. Ted had like a 72 catches, I think.
It's not Olave. He had more than this. It's not a Packer. Could it be JMO?
I don't think he had 78 catches.
Oh, what about Jettas? I feel like it's
I feel like the
Jettas.
vibe is it's Jettas and a shitty receiver.
Okay, Jettas.
I'm kind of liking Jettas and Pittman.
Do you think it's not a...
And we're not even going to discuss
It's not
where
a
we're
bear.
placing these because there's 3. No, it's not a bear.
And then what's the other division we're missing? Is that it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
even
it.
if it is, I don't care.
All right.
We already have enough. to
Jettas
play.
is one of them.
I say we just throw Jettas on the left and the pick a guy on the right. Like, what are we going to discuss? 3 yards to decide?
Yeah.
Like, so let's say Jettas is
on the left.
my bet's on Michael Pittman. I like Michael Pittman for one of these.
Let's go Pittman.
Okay.
There's really no other way.
Jettas on the left, Pittman on the right.
Are you locking that in?
Yeah.
Logging it in.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. Y'all were not right on either of them.
This
This one was definitely the hardest. So on the left, You want me to give y'all hints or just tell you right
No,
away?
just tell us.
Yeah.
So on the left was Michael Wilson from the Cardinals.
Wow. Michael Wilson had 1,000 yards in
Yes.
like 6
Holy
fucking games.
moly.
And on the right was A.J. Brown of the Eagles.
Well, we at least had AJ on our list.
Yeah, we were not getting that.
No.
Yeah, Michael Wilson had a really good year.
Well, that's incredible.